2, 1.
We're going live.
And we're going live.
Hey, that's us. We're live.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
This is fun.
Welcome back, everybody. Wow.
Man,
Where are we?
Back around the table, a new studio, a new space.
And it's going to continue to evolve for the
it's-
next little while. So this will be fun.
This is going to be
I feel
really
like I'm on
exciting.
Sports Center right now. Except I know nothing about
not
sports.
like last week where we actually felt like we were.
Yeah.
This is kind of our permanent setup.
So I want to explain. Last week, not ideal. It was hot in that studio. People are probably wondering what
very
happened
hot.
to me.
It's
I
so
got
hot in
so
here.
He
hot.
fainted.
Actually, that didn't happen at all.
Yeah.
I got so hot
He
that I was
said,
miserable, and I said I got to get out from
They
underneath
literally
these
called
lights.
an ambulance for him.
Yeah.
How much was that bill, by the way?
None of that happened. None of that happened at all.
Oh.
So
all
you
I
just
did
walked
is
out?
I walked out. They hosed me down outside,
Okay.
right? And
Were
then,
these people wearing full body like suits by
Did
chance?
they have
Yeah,
plastic?
why?
Oh,
Did they say
okay.
they have like biohazard
Said
symbols?
it says hazmat on it for some reason.
Yeah, you saw a yellow and black symbol on the side of a van.
I
and you
they
thought
were-
that's
I
normal.
thought that was just a normal thing for when they host
Just
people
driving
down.
around, spraying people off with some water.
It smelled like rubbing alcohol for the rest of the day.
He just thought it was a courtesy because it was hot outside. They're just going
Anthony,
cooling them
I
off.
don't think that's what that was.
No,
Okay, well.
no.
So that doctor's appointment I went to
Probably
shortly
not a
after
good-
that,
yeah,
not a legit doctor's
Please tell me
appointment.
they wore gloves.
So
The fact you had to think about it is not a good sign.
So what did
moving
happen? What did happen?
Oh,
You got a little hot,
I just getting
little hot under the collar.
Yeah, and then I just went home
Okay.
and I took some ibuprofen and then I was fine.
Oh, good.
Turns out that my body runs a little hot, right?
Yeah.
Is why I wear shorts in the wintertime.
Yeah.
And
We all
I
know
think
that. Fun fact about Rag Company, Anthony.
I like to stay at a nice, cool 68 degrees Fahrenheit within a room. And during that day, it was 80 inside that
But
garage.
fun fact,
Yeah.
you got home, cleaned up a little bit, took some Tylenol, some ibuprofen.
Yeah, I did.
Which is not what you take for fevers. It's Tylenol. Is what you're supposed to
Yeah,
take.
that's what I took.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ibuprofen's for joint aches and things like that. But all right.
Yeah.
But didn't have a fever. You actually took your temperature.
Yes, I was fine. I was running a nice,
And then your
cool
wife came in and
90
made you
degrees.
take another temperature
Yeah.
because she didn't believe you.
Yeah, her
Right.
thermometer was different than what I was using
Yeah.
before, though.
Yeah.
98 degrees as well.
Perfect.
So
Well, that's good. I'm just
very
happy you're
similar
here.
to the band.
Well-
You're safe. You weren't
Yeah,
dying.
we want to
No.
help cover any concerns people may have. Oh my goodness, you were all sitting next to each other in this room. No, he does not have it. So that's
It
the
doesn't-
elephant in the room.
It doesn't help that we're a foot apart, right,
Yeah,
for everybody
well,
watching.
I
but I
mean-
mean, you know,
Well,
We're also in that
Boise
phase,
did.
though,
We're
of
in phase
Idaho's
4.
opening, so.
We're in phase 4, final
Yeah.
final stage. So we're allowed to do this. So that's great.
We're
Yeah.
allowed.
But we do still have masks. We still have to go to the store with masks, things
When,
like that.
when we
but-
go to the main building, we wear masks. When we go
Yep.
in, if we have to, say, grab products or something for demos.
well, we
you
have
know.
a different entrance also.
Yeah.
basically the way we
to
see
go
it,
upstairs.
if one of us is going down, we're taking the rest of us down with
Yeah.
us,
Yeah.
right?
There's
Only
no
in
more
this
than that.
building
Okay,
where we're
enough-
all on the
enough
same.
enough hot Corona talk.
It's like a family.
This is the new studio, so you guys will be seeing this a lot. This is a new backdrop back here. Got these lovely pictures you guys have seen of
Yeah.
us in our cars. We have more pictures on the walls
Yes.
that you'll probably see in some story posts. So make sure you're going to the Rag Company Podcast Instagram channel so you can like and follow that. Check us out. Our friends at New Air, Anthony, if you slide over to the left there, the Pepsi Throwback
Ta-da.
Fridge has made its appearance into the new studio, fully stocked with some Diet Pepsi, some Mountain Dew Zero, and some real sugar
Wow.
Pepsi Cola. Very nice.
Oh, look how you literally put all the
Yeah.
labels going the same way.
You're right, Morgan. I know how to present product.
I know. It's
As
Did you
the
ever
brand
work in
development-
retail?
No,
It's
brand
incredible.
development
Wow.
manager Levi Gates here at the Rag Company, wanting to make sure those brands that help us support us, they don't. But
As a
Thanks to
former
our friends.
merchandising execution officer, I just want to say
that's
great
right.
job.
As an execution officer, you're right. That's a great project. Anthony, hand me one of them sweet, sweet deep peas.
Absolutely.
He's getting tired of what he calls his unflavored water, which
Yeah,
I
this
think the
is-
rest of us just call water.
We also got
it's
new.
just
We got new filtered water systems.
We did.
very
It's
nice.
unflavored.
I
I,
love
was
it.
hoping we'd have some sort of flavor system as
No.
well.
You think when you push, it's just going to come out fruit
The
punch
drinking
flavored?
fountain
or
one is
something?
flavored. It's metal flavored if you're interested.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Can I get you anything?
I'm good, but thank you.
Dane's drinking
No,
out of his
I'm
Pepsi
good.
branded cup.
Okay, so we'll be closing the Pepsi branded.
It's a Pepsi throwback
Pepsi throwback fridge.
courtesy of our friends at New Air.
A nice, easy close. Wow.
Make sure you check out newair.com. Pick up any of these wonderful fridges. They've graciously supplied us. We also have another one inside the building that we use for foodstuffs.
And snacks.
And snacks.
Yeah.
It's our snack fridge.
It's a sriracha mayo fridge.
It's a sriracha mayo
Oh,
fridge, as we
wow.
call it.
My, oh, my.
So,
Well, we got
all right,
comments, we
great.
got questions.
Let's get
stuff
right into it. It's
to
Q&A
address.
Thursday.
Yeah, let's
All
check
right,
it out.
right at top of the lineup. Good afternoon, and word up from Minneapolis, Dan Pfeiffer.
Hey,
My TRC towels continue to shine every day. Thanks for being awesome. You're
thank
welcome,
you, Dan. Thank you for being on all of these, pretty much.
Dan's one of those listen to every episode, I believe.
Always count on him.
You know him when you
Pretty
see
much
him.
first. Pretty
Yeah.
much every time it's between him and Hans.
He usually is, yeah. And another one thing we could probably find out is actually his episode count. It's how many's episode by Rag Company Q&A Live historian G. Davis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we've got a
Find out,
historian
yeah.
in him. He'll find out just how
Yeah.
many Dan has been a participant in.
Dino from Montreal, Quebec. Hi, great show. Love your towels. What compound do you use? I use CarPro Clear Cut Heavy Cut compound. That's a lot of cuts. What are your thoughts on this product? Thank you. Dino, I have not used the CarPro Clear Cut Heavy Cut compound. So I don't have an opinion on that. So I'm sorry. I do know that a lot of the CarPro products, though, are really great, and I'm sure this one's pretty much the same thing. It's all good stuff.
Yeah.
So
Now,
Yeah.
granted, he wants to know what we use, so.
we use the last cut,
Yep.
and we use Rupes Uno,
Yep.
and
Hyper
we
Polish.
use Hyper Polish, Hyper Compound. We use a lot of the Rupes cut and polish line. Their new stuff
Yeah.
that's coming out. So it's all good, but our main bread and butter is Hyper Polish and last cut.
Bed and butter. All right, moving along.
Bread and butter.
The Diet Pepsi's delicious.
Okay, so we've got Rob Schucker here.
Rob Schottaker.
Schuttaker. Okay, well,
I
or
think, I don't know.
Shedker. Yeah, I got to be
Just,
careful I
yeah.
say that.
Show-
Anyway,
Shodaker.
does the Rag Company make towels for Gion? Love the dark purple color. Would love to see a similar color from TRC. Have you seen our premium pearl towels? They are a lovely pearl.
Yeah, you
Purple, and
Yeah.
they're also pearl. You might like
I
those.
checked those out, and they're embossed.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
but Rob, honestly, that dark purple is a Gion color, so we can't use that color.
That's kind of their branding.
Yeah, but like the double twistress
Minx
is a
Royale.
nice charcoal. The Minx Royale is purple, a lavender. The 350
Yeah.
lavender eagle, also.
Yeah.
Anthony, what other purple towels do we have?
So other purple towels that I really liked was actually the split purplenality, which
That was
is
a
no
good one.
longer with us, but it
That was a great towel.
fantastic towel.
Take a wild
other
guess
one
who
is the-
named that one.
Yeah, crazy.
Dane
Who?
did? Dane?
I did
you do
because
that?
I
Okay.
always have convoluted, names and reasonings.
Oh,
So,
good.
Yeah,
Good.
that's
Yeah,
my
So
move.
big fan of that,
Good to know.
right? So I would say, in terms of other purple towels, there is
The Levi's purple towel that
the Levi's purple towel. You already said
evolved
the
into the
Eagle Edgeless
Drago.
350,
Yeah.
correct? The Lavender 350.
did.
Beautiful towel. Really, there's not a whole lot of other purples other than obviously the Twist and Shout. We have the normal Terry's, and that just about wraps it up, right?
Yeah. So the car wash.
Car wash towels, yeah.
Yeah.
And but I
Twist
would
and
say
Shout, we said that.
the pearl, right, is
Purple pearl.
a very pretty towel.
Pearl.
The purple
Stop
pearl.
it, Dane. We got
All right, Jeff C. won't be able to watch live today. Going to pick up a new to us 2012 X5 diesel for my
Ooh.
wife's new daily.
No.
I also have a 2012 X5 diesel. Nice. Yoshi, you'll be seeing this soon on Facebook. Nice, Jeff. Good work.
Yeah.
Han says, yay, family towel time. That, I don't think that means what you think it means, Hans, in your country.
Translates a little differently.
No, welcome, brother. It's good to see
We
you.
all share the same towel, right? That's the bigger
Let's
deal.
hope not.
Yeah,
You know,
that's what
especially
happens at my
nowadays.
house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff C. unfortunately does have more rock chips and Dordings than mine, so that will be needed to taken care of. How does Dr. Color Chip work on bigger chips and dings? Thoughts on the squeegee method? Anthony.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. So Jeff C., I am happy to answer your question for you involving Dr. Color Chip and bigger chips. So what you're going to want to do for that, right, is you're going to want to layer that chip as you fill it, right? So the squeegee method, it comes with a kit, still not my favorite. I typically like to use the side of my thumb with a glove, work it into the chip, let that dry, work some more in, and I will build up that paint until I eventually get it to where it's at either a really good level or a really good color match or just a really good fill. So It will work. You can use it on bigger stuff. I would say the hardest things to fill are going to be things that are already down to bare plastic, and I'm talking on like a large chunk. Anything bigger than a quarter is going to be pretty hard to fill and get it to look right. But on terms of, if it's smaller than a penny, I definitely think it's possible to get it looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice. Hopefully that helps, Jeff C.
And then he says, I'm assuming Dr. Color Chip would be better to apply after paint correction and before coating, or protection is applied. Yes. So what I would probably do is buff it first. That way you don't have to worry about taking off any of the edges, and whatever material you do, you round off whatever you need to of those chips. Then do Dr. Color Chip. That way the surface is nice, clean, ready to go.
Yeah, well, and
then
the other thing too
protection.
is you can polish over Dr. Color Chip, and you will not remove the chip. It's a very durable paint, and I've done jobs to where I've done the correction after I've filled, and I didn't have any issues. But I would say that realistically, you'll probably get a better seal or a better chip fill if you do it beforehand or after. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Dane.
Okay, so let's see. Since they weren't popping up on the screen anymore, where are we at?
Ricky Cologne.
We got Ricky here. Okay, down the line. Ricky Cologne, hola, from Puerto Rico, traded mojitos for margaritas today. Still plenty hot here. You know what, Ricky? I dig your style. I am with you on the margaritas. Those sound great. It's getting a little warm outside again. We've had the last, few rainy days recently, but now it's getting hot again.
Yep, it is.
Yeah.
I really do not like this double finger action.
Oh, he's not used to using the MacBook with the inverse scrolling, so that's a new one for you on the
I'm
trackpad.
a new MacBook owner. This is not mine though.
Yeah, no, this is Gabe.
I don't know what to do.
Different animal. Yeah.
All right. G. Davis, I hope TRC will consider a Hans Closen inspired line of towels and male grooming products. That's a great idea, G. We'll start working on it right away.
Please begin to describe. What would that look like?
Nope, don't do that.
Well, Anthony.
Yeah, so I'm jumping in here right underneath Dan Pfeiffer, actually on Dan Pfeiffer, right?
Oh.
Yep,
I am on
got
him.
it.
Just
Yep.
jump on him.
He says, hey, Jeff C., I'm doing a correction on Dr. Color Chip coating next week. I hear good things about Dr. Color Chip, but haven't used it yet myself. Guys, would I talk about it on this podcast if I didn't think it was a good
No,
product?
absolutely not.
I don't think.
No,
I think
you
we made
actually
a video
make a-
about it,
yeah,
and
distinction.
as far as I recall, Dr. Color Chip uses our video when training
they
their
do.
new employees
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's
So-
that
on how to
helpful.
use Dr. Color Chip products.
So, I mean, I know
Fun
people,
fact.
they
Fun
think
fact.
that, oh, well, Dr. Color Chip, just because you're not filling the thing with a little tapper little thing, what are those things called?
Honestly, it looks so
That's
much
it.
better when you're done doing it
Or-
that way versus like going
Yeah.
to the dealership and getting the factory
yeah,
paint
well,
and stuff.
then,
It just
yeah,
it
trust
never
me.
comes out right.
Yeah, or a paint pen.
Yeah.
Yeah, paint pens are.
Trust me, Dr. Color Chip, guys, it's the way
I
to
used
do
a
it.
paint pen on the Montero. We know how that
Oh,
went.
Dane, don't.
Oh, it looked horrible.
That was
It looked
just black
horrible.
nail polish
It
that
looked
you just
horrible.
Yep.
dripped on there.
Yeah.
Was
Oh, I
globby.
forgot about that.
Nah,
I
it
don't
was-
like it at all.
Not good. All right, so going down here, we got Tom
Kirby.
Kirby says, afternoon TRC crew, a lot of good value in these Father's Day specials. There is.
Thanks, Kirby.
We're not
Appreciate
even
it.
paying him to say that. There
Yeah.
just is
Happy
good
Father's Day,
value.
buddy.
They just are.
Too. That's
So,
yeah.
lots of good kits.
Yep.
We have a Todd Baker says, watch an FAQ video about pads. It mentioned you can't blow out pads on closed cell phone pads. Lake Country CCS pads are partially closed. Can you blow these pads out with compressed air, Levi?
I did. I mentioned that you can't blow it out, but not that you can't. It's not recommended. What it does is it actually shortens the lifespan of the pad. So instead of getting, say, 20 uses of the pad, you maybe get 5. Same way with heat cycling. If you go too long and build too much heat on the pad, you end up destroying the pad. So realistically, it's a subjective point, but it is to remind people to take good care of their products. It's the same as if you were washing your towels improperly. There are some things you can do to completely wreck your towels, but if you're not washing them exactly the way you should, it just prolongs, doing it the right way prolongs the life. So think about that when you're doing your pads. I've always said it's a tool. And the cost per use is important of each thing. Anthony, you push the top.
For people wondering about closed cell pads, like what happens if you spray it with enough air forcefully, that kind of thing, you're basically damaging the walls in the closed cell so that it actually compromises structural integrity of the foam. So you're making it basically the whole thing
right.
collapses easier,
Turns
and then it
into a
makes your
cake.
pad less useful. It doesn't function as designed, and therefore you're shortening the life. So in case you're wondering what happens, it may not be immediately obvious, but it's one of those things. You do it a couple times, you're really starting to shorten that life down a lot. Okay?
All right,
Moving
Greg
down.
Siebold. What's up with clay products? I went to order some and nothing is available. Any other changes in progress? Great question, Greg. So, yes, we are out of clay. We are out of Optimum clay, and they're not going to be making it anytime soon. So, we are currently
We are
courting
in a tough clay position.
a tough clay position between two clay bars.
Needs to be kneaded out, right?
Yeah.
Good
So,
one.
so here's the deal. So our clay towels,
Wow.
we are transitioning. We are going to have clay towels, but they are currently in process. So
Okay, yeah.
until they're finished, we do not have like a real ETA, but it'll probably be right about the end of summer when we do get our shipment of clay towels. Now, clay bars, we are in the process of trying to work with numerous companies. However, in the U.S., there really is only one major clay manufacturer, and I'm just not 100% on the clay. So
Yeah.
we're looking for a replacement. So stay tuned. But until then, I'd tell you to reach out to our friends at Detailed Image or Detailer's Domain, Esoteric, and pick up some of their clay in the meantime.
And if you're in the
you're
UK, Built Hambur's good
yeah,
stuff.
and if you're in the UK, pick them up from Clean and Shiny. Get some Built Hamburg clay or any of the other clays that John carries over there. So, but that's where we're at. And sorry, we're just a
working on it,
bummer.
guys.
We're working on it, man. We know
We
that.
miss it. We miss it. Too.
And we do miss it. We were laughing because I brought in a clay bar yesterday, and Anthony did everything he
How
could
old is this?
to use it. So he
Yeah.
was very excited.
It was,
so,
yeah.
so Carissa, hi. Opinions on pressure washers. My top heavy one I has fallen over one too many times. Electric, please. A top heavy one. So
gotcha.
electric, depending on how much you want to utilize it, Carissa, I know you're using it in your as your business. You could check out a Krenzla. It's a lot of money, about $1,500, but they're a great machine. They're lightweight, easy to use. After that, I'd check out Matt's Obsessed Garage videos on all of his pressure washers.
Where he goes through, like, 20, 30
no, he
of
does
them.
his good, better, best.
Yeah.
He has 3 different that he really focuses on, and those are honestly, he checked and tested every single electric pressure washer and came up with a lot of great stuff. So if you haven't, go check out Obsessed Garage on YouTube, watch Matt's videos on pressure washers, and you'll see, or just go to his website. You can see what pressure washers he has for sale, and then he does have videos for each one of those on his opinion on it. So that'd be great. Umberto, new studio. Yes, this is the new studio. We've mounted some other cameras that aren't working at the moment. We're still got a little bugs to work out of them. So right now we're running on 1 camera instead of 3. But the other cameras, you'd be able to get to see a little better viewpoint of the walls on the sides here.
They're kind of like a cross angle, so you get somebody's like face and detail, but also the wall behind him over there.
We've got our logo and our pictures on there from Christmas when we went down to the Ironwood Social Club in our Dixon flannels.
It's pretty good looking.
Looks pretty
stuff.
great. Yeah. Jeff C. Dan Pfeiffer, let me know if there's a way I can get in touch with you. Ricky says I like the new layout. Thanks, Ricky. Umberto said horrible. And message has been retracted. Connor Griffith currently prepping 10 collector cars to be sold at auction. Most need paint correction. What do you think the financial gain is on having a properly corrected and protected car for this situation?
It depends on the car, doesn't it?
Yeah, it depends on the car. So on like a barn find that is clean, but not like clean,
like it just
washed,
has
prepped,
years
detailed.
of dust on it.
Yeah, like those cars, obviously you
Yeah.
don't want to touch them because you need the dirt to sit on them. Other cars, depending on the car, it needs to be perfect. So some of the nicer, newer stuff, you need to have it clean. It needs to have no scratches. It needs to have clean paint. Some of the older single stage stuff, it just depends on the car and what its job is. You know, when we were at Monterey, there was a race car there that was from the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was $25 million or something like that, and it was beat. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
chipped and cracked and
But that's the way they
scratched.
want them because it shows
Yep.
the actual like
And
race scars.
We were
and
spraying
yeah.
Beatmaker on it was all we were doing.
Yeah.
You know, there was a car next to it that was a newer Porsche Singer, and they were polishing it.
Yeah, and the Gunther
You know?
Works and stuff. Yeah, they had quite a few cars
So-
there. Good variety.
Yeah, so it honestly it depends on the car and whether or not. One thing you can do is kind of look up Hemmings and see about so Hemmings Motor News, and they do have a price guide. You should be able to get on it with your phone.
Yeah.
Take a look and see what the ratings are. Some car models, if the rating is a 4, actually sell quite a bit, and if they're a 1, the price doesn't really fluctuate. Where other cars, a 4 to a 1 could be a $30,000 increase.
Yeah,
In
where
the
that's
detail,
on the,
you know?
mid-range
So
stuff.
it really depends. Also depends on if it's been repainted,
Right.
if it's original paint. There's a lot of different things.
If it's a classic like Ferrari 250, people are going to pay what they're going to pay for it, regardless of the particular condition of, there's
Correct.
a few scratches here. No, it's one of just a few
I would
250 GTOs in the world. They're going to pay for it.
Yeah. So for you, man, I would probably take a look and see what cars you're actually prepping for those.
I'd be curious. Tell us.
Aaron's
if,
wants to
you
know
can.
what happened to the old studio. Aaron, that is now Nate's office.
Yeah.
Next day, Nate's office
It's in
over
the
at the
complete
in the
other
main
building.
building. This is our new building. This is our new studio. So this is one of 4 studios on the Rag Company campus, so to speak. So this is our new media building. So we've got the podcast studio on the other side of the window. Here is our control room, and then out in the building, rest of the building, the shop, we have 4 studios set up out there as well. So
Don't we have like a tour video?
I think we have a couple tour videos.
like a pre doing
What-
anything.
We've done a few of them.
Update,
Yeah, 2020 update.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can
We've
see
got
when
one
it's
of
being
those.
built.
We did a little walk around.
We did.
Yeah.
We've been holding off showing the finished product,
We
though.
have.
We want to do like a big reveal video
Yeah.
that shows like the whole construction, all
Yeah.
that stuff. That's coming, but that's not quite here.
Yeah, Aaron, look up the what's new 2020 or what's coming 2020 on our Rag
2020
Company YouTube
update.
channel. Yeah, you can see me and Dane wandering around in the wintertime when it was not done yet.
Nope. Very scary.
Jamie the Cleaner, what's the life of the Uno Protectant sealant that it leaves behind? So Uno Protect is about a 6 to 9 month sealant. That's what Jason Rose says. He says you could probably get up to a year depending on the where you're washing, how the car's stored, all that. But in reality, they're planning about a 6 to 9 months depending on how it goes. So Umberto, some sort of Mr. T haircut there, Dane?
You know, I like having my hard part. What can I say?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Dane would be Mr. T if we were,
If we were the 18.
It smells like pixie sticks. Are you chewing it?
These icebreakers are delicious, Morgan. You
Yeah.
should try one.
I will.
No, those are some of the, actually, honestly, I was literally just thinking to myself, that's some of the best icebreaker I've ever
No,
had.
it smells really
It's one of my
good.
favorite
Yeah.
flavors next to the raspberry.
But I'm not gonna eat one and then drink coffee. That's gross.
No, it tastes good.
Ooh.
It's like a
Nope,
candy. It's
I don't
different.
think it does. I don't think grape coffee
All right.
is a thing.
Luke Berge, hey y'all, can I foam a mixture of O&R hyper polished paint prep, then crystal sealant onto a car to do everything in one step?
Okay,
Luke, you
I'm
could
leaving.
try, but it's
I'm
probably
leaving.
glue. Alkaline Trio whiskey tasting for me this week. I tried my Hennen mojitos the other weekend. Ow, the hangover.
Oh,
Yeah, don't do
I'm
that.
only supposed to have like a few.
Yeah, how many mojitos
And then
down
then he
were
says,
you?
does Beadmaker cure hangovers? Probably.
I wouldn't
Ooh,
recommend
we should make a
that
bead maker
particular
mojito.
use.
Beadmaker mojito. That's
Could
impressive.
you imagine?
Wow.
I would-
Mangoes.
It'd be kind of like a yellowy green color.
Yellowy green.
I mean, it's kind of minty, kind of, fresh. It's got that citrusy kind of
Okay.
quality.
I probably wouldn't drink that because it would be brown.
Well, no, you wouldn't want that. I'm thinking more like Mountain Dew color, but
Mountain Dew is green.
any rate.
Jamie the Han says, did they use an IK Foam Pro 12 or an IK Multi Pro 12 to hose you down, Anthony?
I think it was
It was an IK product. He
It was
was
an
pretty
IK
delirious. He doesn't really remember.
I think it was it was a blue alky is what it was.
Oh my god.
Believe it or not.
Jamie the Cleaner, love the new studio look. When do we throw to Luke Berge for the weather report?
Ooh.
We'll be going to him at the top of the hour,
Yeah.
every hour on the 5s. That way we can get that great weather report courtesy of our friend Luke. Paul Foreman, hey. When washing the O&R, would you go over the plastics and treat them, or would you not over them after you have washed with O&R and leave it until you wash with soap and water? What?
We need help.
Washing with O&R, would you go over the plastics and treat them, or would you not go over them after
you have washed with O&R?
After you have washed with O&R and leave it until you wash.
No, go over the trim with the Go over the plastics with O&R.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And
Now I
treat
get
them.
what he's
Yeah.
asking. Yeah, just
Yeah.
wash the whole thing.
Yeah.
Onar's not going to hurt anything.
Mm-mm.
Luke says in his experience, Uno's protection isn't great, but the cut is amazing. Richard Wakefield, hey Levi, I might be doing a small paint correction on 2 non-denominational 2016 Miatas.
It's a generation.
I've heard
it's
that
ND.
these newer Mazdas have really thin paint. Any tips? Well, as always on non-denominational paint jobs, you need to make sure that you
dying
can
inside.
check and make sure that there's no current chips or anything like that. But as to thin paint, I think that's pretty standard of most Mazdas, not just Miatas. But most Mazdas don't have great paint. But it's different based on the day as to what got painted at the factory and what, but they're all built within a certain measurement, so you shouldn't have any issues. Now, back in the day, the old RB Miatas, some of my favorites.
I'm sorry, what did you just call them?
Rocket Bunny Miatas,
Rocket Bunny
RBs.
Miata. Yeah, RBs, yeah.
We have one here.
There's so much terminology that's
Dane,
mixed
there's
up
one.
here.
We do have an RB.
Yeah, there's a regular. We had the Rocket Bunny, the
We had
RB
a
Miata.
stock body.
We had a stock body, and then we had the non-denominational Miatas.
Yep.
We've had the
There's all sorts of
non-body
An RB is a
Miatas.
straight 6 motor in
Well,
Nissan.
but
No, it's
Dane, but you also said that
and the NB is the second generation of Mazda Miata.
I know, but you also said
No, I don't
that
think
that
it
a
is.
BMW sounds kind of like a 2JZ.
You did say that.
Certain ones do. The N Series straight 6 does have that quality. When you rode an Adam LZ's
But
335i,
it's because,
that was
guys,
tuned
remember,
with a single
Dane
turbo.
drives a Fox body Jag.
He does.
I'm sorry, what? God, my brain's gonna explode.
All right.
Okay, moving on.
This is literally. I can
This
just
is giving
see
me an
Dane's-
aneurysm.
Yeah, Dane is not doing
G.
well
Davis
right
says,
now.
blah, ha, ha, Jaime, for Jamie the cleaner. Jamie, thanks, Luke. Waiting on the IG live review. Hans says, oh, snap, famous Luke in the house. Car detailing, Pat. For the record, my wife loves that blue Suburban Shine, Levi. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, Pat. G. Davis, when the new studio, I feel like Larry King will be joining us in a second. Houston, hello. Umberto, Anthony.
Is this thing on?
Sorry, I said Ian by mistake. Has a haircut as well as Pepsi rules. Thanks, Umberto. Ricky, what? No Elantra print on the background? Will look good as the centerpiece of that round table. You're right, Ricky. Actually, I think we'll just wrap this table in an Elantra picture.
What if we tried to fill this wall with every car that all of us have ever owned?
Oh, wow.
Like
this would be a
Dane- like
full
Dane-
wall.
All of a sudden,
would need his own wall.
Dane's
I put the
orange,
sport track
orange
up
elements back. The gold
God.
grandpa
element.
sport track.
My first car, the SVX, I'd be proud of that.
I
one.
miss
no,
the sport
that's
track.
not your first. Your
I
first
miss
would be
the
your
sport
parents'
track.
Blazer.
Yeah, I don't count that because I didn't buy it. Nah.
Let's see. No, we want to, Ricky. We want to get some other pictures. The Elantra and like Anthony's Evo.
He has an Evo.
I couldn't remember because he
It's
never
easy to
drives it.
forget because you never see
So-
it here.
No, I've
Either
only
one of
seen
those
it
we
twice.
were talking about would be an addition to this wall because they're so popular and famous.
Yeah.
Then Aaron, I have a 2008 Toyota Sienna with a dent with a rust in it.
Senna?
Do I need to wet sand or use a primer filler and then paint over it? Depends on how big the dent and the rust is, Aaron. If it's just a chip with the
Are you doing
If
okay?
it's-
It loaded new comments.
just a chip. Hold up, let me get back here. This is, Gabe.
Gabe!
All right,
He
there we
didn't
go.
do that. You're
Right there,
controlling
right there.
all of this.
All right, so
Gabe! Help.
well, it's his laptop.
Help.
Do I need a wet sand or use a primer filler? So basically, figure out the size of the chip. Aaron, if you want, you can email me levi@theragcompany.com. Take a picture of it, email it to me. That way, I can take a look at it and see because it's hard to say. I could say, nah, just do this, and then you send me a picture. It's the size of this around this cup, and I'm like, whoa, no, you need a primer and filler and actually paint that. So, yeah, email me. Lars, hey everyone, congratulations on the new studio. Yay, Lars!
Hey, Lars!
All right. So, yeah, thanks, buddy. We're excited. So as soon as you guys can fly over, we'd love to have you in the new studio
Oh,
here.
totally, yeah.
Dino from Montreal, thank you very much. Have a wonderful night. You're welcome, man. G. Davis, Anthony, during the 30 seconds you appeared on the last episode, you mentioned streaking with a bead maker plus showstopper combo. Please elaborate.
Yes. So I would say that it can happen. It just kind of depends on like how much bead maker the car has on it. But what I find is that showstopper has quite a bit of body to it, right? Yeah. When you actually spray it, it's not too thick, it's not too thin, right? But it still has something, right? It's leaving something on the surface, right, to obviously help with the reflection and what you kind of see with how light bounces off the surface. So what I kind of find is that, if you did bead maker a couple days or a day beforehand, you go to wipe it on the showstopper, depending on the towel you use, you could have streaking, right? When I find I use a longer pile towel, such as the Eagle, right, or something that's thicker, or the Everest, I find that it's more likely to streak, which the streaks can be fixed, they can be re-wiped, but the idea is that you want something that's going to evaporate the surface and work really, really well. So using like an FTW pretty much fixes that, or like a Creature. So that was the thoughts that I had on the streaking issues.
Nice. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
You want to do the next one? Dan Pfeiffer there.
All right, goddamn Pfeiffer.
Fourth one down.
Here we go. So Jeff C., right? Okay, there we go.
Yep.
Says, don't want to post my email in here, but I'll try and find a way to get it to you. Luke Berge says, Jamie, as much as I would love to do a weather report, I don't think I will be allowed to ever since the incident I caused with Dane and his lawn guy.
Oh.
Yeah. Kia Possessor says, Anthony, thanks for the recommendation on the Karcher, getting one next week.
Nice.
So I do want to cover that really quick. So, because I saw this in the podcast discussion group on Facebook, right? So if you're not part of the podcast discussion group on Facebook, go and join that.
Get on there.
Because it's a lot of fun. But basically, there's people looking for recommendations on the Karcher, good, affordable pressure washers. So the Karcher 1700 Cube was one of the ones that Matt did a lot of testing on, right, as the very affordable entry-level pressure washer. And the unit itself is around $100, right? I think it's the lowest it's going to be $80, the highest it's going to be $120. It comes with the wand, or it comes with the your wand. It comes with your hoses, pretty much everything you need to get started. And through Matt's testing, right, Matt is obviously throwing quite a bit of extras, accessories on their own that cost more than the whole damn pressure washer itself, right? And so Matt's kits, right, with his outfitted kits will be around $400 for the Karcher Cube. Whereas if you want to cut some corners, you can do it pretty cheap and set up a pressure washer, foam cannon setup for anywhere from $120 to $200 and have something pretty stout. The problem lies is that I think that pressure washer, as great as it is, it's a small, compact little guy. You don't really want to overwork that thing, right? I think it's one of those things where you can't leave it on all the time. I would give it breaks in between using it. Don't constantly run it because for Matt's testing, the motor was stout, but there was no really long-term testing done. And I will say from my experience, my first one that I had failed, right? So it failed after I probably put about 5 hours on it. I mean, I think 3 of those hours were literally non-stop use when I was pressure washing my house. And then I think a wash or two afterwards, it failed and didn't turn on. Okay. Sent it back to Karcher. I didn't send it back to Karcher. I filed a warranty claim with Karcher. 2 days later, I had a brand new one sitting at my house, right, with all the bits and pieces. They let me keep the old one. So totally awesome. Great warranty, great customer service. But I think all in all, you might have to go through a couple, right? And if you're willing to accept that and be cool with that, then go with it. But if, I think that it's already pretty, concrete now that if you go with a Krenzla, you're buying it once and you're buying it right. And I think there's plenty of other pressure washers that you'll get plenty of life out of. I think electric's difficult specifically, but I think that if you're willing to go gas and you find more uses for gas, go gas. And my dad's had a gas pressure washer for 10 years for his windows cleaning business, has never failed him once. Literally. Never had a problem with it.
For a counterpoint, watch our videos every time we use a Subaru
it's
pressure washer.
It's loud as hell. So just keep in mind you're going to need earplugs or something like that. But it's weigh out your options and go from there. So
if you're more mobile, then if you're a mobile person and you're going to be taking it with you, electric's the way to go just because it's easier. It's quieter. It's not noisy.
The neighbors appreciate it.
It's a little easier to move around
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it's only an little electric motor and a pump and not a gas motor and a pump.
Yeah.
But if you move into a fixed location, I really recommend making the move to a diesel-powered pressure washer. So it's electric with a diesel burner. That way it gives you the option to have hot water. Those are the old term built hell for stout.
Yeah.
Those things run and run and run and run, and you don't ever have any ever have any problems.
Yeah.
And Karcher makes some really nice big diesel-powered ones that are pretty wicked. So point is, that's what you're saying.
I think they make good products. I think that you're obviously when you're going to the cube, you're going to the lowest end that they even offer, right? So you're pretty much bottom of the totem pole. But it is cool because their products are made in Germany, and they do make awesome stuff. And so I think that give it a try, see how it works for you. Worst case scenario, hit up that Sun Joe.
There you go.
Right there you go.
That Sun Joe has been flawless, by the way, and just humming along. So
okay, we got Rick Heine. How do you say it? Heine, right? Says, hey all, weird question. Do I need to worry about the temperature of the car when using microfiber towels? Possibly melting the towel. I sometimes have steaming O&R on black cars in the sun. You wouldn't have to worry about the towels melting on
Like
a
it
car.
fuses to
I
the
mean
clear.
it's kind of it's very unlikely. But I would say that be smart about it. I wouldn't let a towel just sit on a car.
Yeah,
and
There, we
leave
have
it- if you
some
leave it
very
out.
specific examples
Yeah.
of bad things that can happen if you use a particular chemical that likes to say leach color dye. We have a video about that in our FAQ. We could probably do something more specific. If it leaches dye out of the towel, even if it's color fast, even if it's a really strong towel that doesn't
it could
bleed
be
a
a
lot,
chemical that
it
you
can
use
still
or
be a
something.
particular chemical that leaches out the color and then transfers it. And if it's on, like, say, a white car and you leave it in the sun and that chemical is sitting on the towel and the surface and it's just sitting out there, you could transfer it. Kind of like, gene transfer on, like, light colored leather in a car or something. You see that? It's kind of like that, but on your clear coat, on your paint.
Yeah.
But that's like a worst case scenario. I have heard of that
that's
happening,
Dane
but
thinking.
that's just like absolutely the worst. But in most cases, you don't have to worry about that. And in this
So,
case, you don't have to worry about it melting and
Yoshi
fusing.
says this wide angle looks really odd.
I think it does too.
I agree.
It'll
I
take some
think
getting used
It
to.
adds about 10 to 15 pounds. And so we need to...
well, like we said, we do have two other cameras mounted up here.
Yeah.
And those are 359-degree cameras. But currently we're running we're
Hot
running
cam
on a little
talk.
it's hot cam talk. But
Oh.
the problem is they're not turned on. So we're trying to run this on the system that we have, and we wanted to try and get this up and running for you guys. We really had a goal set out, and that's what we're doing. So you'll notice we're not wearing headphones today. The other cameras aren't.
It's some
running.
growing
so
pains.
we're gonna
Yeah.
be getting better
I'm
for
never
you guys.
gonna wear the headphones.
So hopefully, we can get this, all of this figured out. But
Yeah.
point is, we're in the new studio for the first time in almost a year. Pretty spectacular.
And I'm just going to point out the 359-degree refers to the rotation of the camera. They're actually robotic motorized. They can rotate on a platform. The viewing angle is not that wide. Just
No.
in case you were wondering, like, oh my gosh, it's like a crazy fisheye. No,
they're
actually
really nice 4K
super
cameras.
nice, yeah.
They're going to be sweet. So
Their zoom capabilities is almost concerning.
You can see
is
the
pretty
pores in
crazy.
Anthony's nose.
It's pretty crazy.
Dane, I don't have open pores on my nose.
That's what you thought until the camera
Okay.
saw it.
Anthony, next one.
Jesus.
Okay, so going down here, we have... I literally...
Our favorite.
I have the
BJS.
hardest- I know, BJS.
Yep.
Says, what's up, guys? Any tip for O&R wash? I have done two, and I'm the worst. You get used to it. Trust
It's
me.
just
Every
practice.
time you
It's
do an
really,
O&R
it's
wash,
weird.
It's a strange thing. It goes against everything you've ever learned. So
Yeah.
Let
Get-
Morgan talk.
Yeah,
she's got the youngest amount of O&R time.
Yeah.
no, I'll
Yeah,
just
exactly.
not talk for the rest of the time.
Yeah, that would be
That'd be
ideal,
great.
pretty much. The other thing that I guess is important is, are you doing a pre-spray? Because I've seen people try and do it without doing a pre-spray. Don't do that. But I think personally, it's way easier once you get used to it. It's so much better. It's so much easier. You can just do it wherever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony, your thoughts?
I don't have anything.
Okay.
Moving on.
Ooh.
We
Me
have-
too, I swear.
Rick Heine says, and you can use a pad washer during polishing with microfiber and wool pads.
Yes.
Yes, you can. Hans goes and says, today I got some goodies from TRC EU.
Woo.
Got the IK Pro 12 Multi and the Pro
Ooh.
12 Foam. Hans, you baller,
The Pro
man.
12
You're gonna like that Pro 12
multi is
multi, dude.
like insane.
Hans, I want you to
Yeah.
adopt me. He
Goes
says,
on forever.
Soon I'll be testing what nozzle would be best on the foamer. Well, okay. Let us know. BGS says don't have a sponge yet.
See,
So-
I don't well, I'm not going to say that.
No.
I don't not like the sponge, but I like the towels better,
Fair.
in my opinion.
I like the Chanel mitts and the towels, and then there's this new sponge that I really like too.
Yeah.
We have Manu says, who is this Gabe guy?
Don't know, Gabe?
So we picked him up off the streets.
We also don't know Gabe.
He was a teacher, right? He actually taught.
Teacher at Capital High School here in Boise, Idaho.
Yeah.
Spoiler
Dumbass.
alert, if you go back to the very first video
he
that
just
was ever
looked at me when I
uploaded
said
on
that.
our channel, literally go to our video section on the Rag Company YouTube channel,
Yep.
go up to sort by, click on that, sort by the oldest,
Dane,
starting with the
can I
oldest.
just-
And next
No.
thing you know, you see,
Can I lay down the video that everybody wants to see?
well, there's that video, but
Lay
I'm
it down,
talking about,
lay
they
it
go
down.
rafting.
Okay.
They go rafting with the
Okay.
junk man.
The video you need to see, there's a video on our channel called Junk Morpheus, right? Featuring the junk man, right? And Gabe in the shortest shorts that we
shorts.
could find.
Oh, he's mad now. I can see it through the glass.
So you'll see him in that, right?
want all of
Where
our
we
listeners-
transformed his CRX
I think he's about to cut those
into
feed.
a Lexus
RX3
SUV.
330.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was an
Lexus
upgrade
RX330.
or like a lateral
Yeah.
move.
You know, it's what
I
happens.
like
when you-
CRXs a lot.
You know,
It was one of the very
nice.
first videos on the Rag Company YouTube channel. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
would,
it's kind of
it's-
just.
Honestly,
pretty great.
I gotta say that the junk man's acting in that video was pretty fantastic.
He's so mad at us. He's so
So,
mad.
want you all to go on there, get some views on that video.
Get some views.
It's got like no views because it was one of our earliest
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah.
But
Take a look.
I'm sure somebody will stumble
Gabe's about
across
to go
it.
privatize that thing so you can go watch it now.
Yep.
Alkaline Trio says, what's y'all's Starbucks drink preferences? Oh, this is going to be from Morgan.
Oh, boy.
And why is
Okay.
their black iced coffee the best?
Aha.
So here's the deal. Some days you might want like a frappuccino with a ton of sugar, maybe some whipped cream, but you can't do that every day because your body will literally shut down. You can't do that.
a lot
So
of sugar.
sometimes
Place the U with an I. Yeah.
Huh?
Sorry, keep
Anyway,
going,
continue.
Keep going. Keep going. I don't get it.
Just ignore him.
So I swear to God, I'm gonna hit this thing. Basically, a go-to, a nice middle ground, not too sweet, not too crazy, is going to be a caramel macchiato. Okay, it's gonna come with vanilla, caramel flavoring, as well as caramel drizzle. You can always ask for extra if you're feeling like being crazy. My personal opinion is to cut the whip out because there's no reason that you need to add that much sugar and fat to your drink. It's pretty much just gonna double it. And there's no reason for that. Just go with a regular, handcrafted iced caramel macchiato. Super great in the winter or summer because it's delicious. If you want something, with a little more caffeine, go with a cold brew. Nitro cold brew. Nitro cold brew with vanilla sweet cream is also incredible. And that's all that I'm going to say because
No, that's great. We're really we're invested. We're enjoying
Morgan
this.
is a
Morgan-
Starbucks connoisseur
She is.
Yeah.
She actually orders water, iced water from them sometimes.
because it tastes better.
no,
apparently.
it's just because I like their ice.
That's okay. It's totally
okay.
fine to say.
It's because
It's
the
city
old
ice.
house, the old house that I lived at didn't have good ice
yeah.
or really good water. So when I
probably
would
the
go
water.
there, I would just get the water too
Yeah.
because it's free.
Right. Yeah.
Strategic
Free
ice
drink.
reserve.
You know,
Starbucks.
you get a big cup of water. You can reuse it for the rest of the day. It's
Yeah.
a good financial decision.
You're right. That's perfect.
Wow.
This
Pro tip.
financial hour brought to you by Morgan McMurry and
thanks, guys.
how to save money.
Don't you forget it. All right.
No,
Yeah, buy
I'm
a
just-
$5
I'm-
coffee, get a free
Right.
ice water.
Get a free ice water. Just for me, it's always just been like when I drank a ton of coffee.
Yeah.
It was just the drip. Like
Of course it
Yeah,
was.
that's it. That's all
Of
I love.
course it
That's
was.
the
Coffee.
most Levi choice for
drip,
sure.
Just drip coffee.
Yeah.
Respect the
Oh.
drip, Karen.
Dane, please talk about your choice of creamers.
Well, actually, I am a fan of the cold brews.
You
because
are?
I like that kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kick is something
That's what we
else.
got here
Yeah.
today, actually. We got
That's
the
a good
cold
choice.
brews. We
Yeah, a
didn't-
little
we didn't-
vanilla in it. Yeah, it's
Nope.
nice.
It's just
See,
straight.
mine would have vanilla in it, but straight's good too. But just like a little sweetness, just
Like,
to,
yeah.
yeah. It's got a little sweet.
Okay.
What about you, Anthony?
Yeah, so I'm not a big fan of hot coffee. I mean, I'll drink it, whatever, but I also hate coffee with cream in it. I also hate coffee with sugar in it. And any other type of flavorings like that. Now,
Wow.
now you're probably wondering why,
You're so
right?
quirky.
No, Morgan. Okay, here's the deal. All right, here's the deal. So
Pushed.
black coffee, right? Black coffee is effective. It does the job that you're wanting it to do, right? It
Okay.
A, gives you energy, right?
Energy.
B, it helps with your metabolism.
Okay.
C, it helps with your digestive system and everything like that, right?
Yeah.
So there's lots of
You didn't know that?
positives.
That's one of the
there's
big
lots
things
of
about
positives
coffee.
to black coffee, right?
Yep.
Now, the second you start adding all those extra, coffee also doesn't have any calories, right?
Right.
Black coffee doesn't have
Right,
anything.
right.
So the second you add sugar, you add cream, you add all that, right? You are now bumping up those calories, right? The carbohydrates, your fat, and everything else. What I hate the most, right? And this
Bodybuilding
is
Anthony's.
the big kicker, right? When you drink black coffee, right, versus when you drink a sugared, creamed coffee, right?
Yep.
Your breath will hold on to that sugared cream coffee.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Because
That is true.
sugar is tough, right? And so is milk, right?
Right.
That leaches on to your tongue, sticks around for the entire day. That's why people, when they stick their tongue out, we've talked about this before, they'll have a white milky tongue,
Everybody stick their tongue
right?
out.
Because they have been
Blah.
drinking creamer and sugar, right? That is now on your breath, right? Same thing with building plaque and all that. It's absolutely disgusting.
We're
Whereas
not starting this conversation again.
black
We did this on the
coffee will not
podcast
stick
already.
around to the pores of your tongue because it doesn't have. There's just not that much to stick onto. So I think black coffee burns cleaner. It's a better fuel, right?
Right, it does.
And
You're not
and
wrong.
I think that's kind of the way to go. With that said,
It stains
I
your
like
teeth.
the nitro brew, right, plain without any sugar or any additives, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes they put like a little bit of the cream or whatever the heck they put
Yeah.
the foam. I like the foam. It's pretty good.
It's not that
But
bad.
The pumpkin,
remember that,
cream cold
you-
brew,
as far as it goes.
Remember that-
unmatched, but it's limited edition.
That cold
so.
brew you got when we were in Amsterdam at the airport.
Oh,
yeah.
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 You
Yeah.
see that little kick?
But
Yeah,
cold
that-
brews aren't all made equally
Yeah,
either.
no, that
No.
jacked me up.
Yeah, we were in the
When-
Starbucks airport. We were at the Starbucks in Amsterdam
Oh,
in the
yeah.
airport, awaiting our flight to London.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to go past the UK in order to get back to the UK.
Oh yeah, well I remember when we were stuck in the Amsterdam airport and the bathrooms there. I was like, oh no, this isn't good.
Yeah,
Because-
that was a rough one. That was a rough
those-
one for
those
you and me.
bathrooms were rough, man.
So anyway, back to detailing.
Yeah, how did we get here from this one
All
comment?
right, so going down, we have Luke Berge says, I'm going to be wrapping the old 7.3 shortly.
Ooh.
Have you had any experience wrapping on top of a coated vehicle?
no.
I know some people have that done, but it's wondering what your opinion was. So here's the deal, Luke. You can do it. That wrap is probably not going to stick or adhere as well, right? And so...
So Luke, one thing you can do,
Yeah.
when we wrap the Suburban, we wipe the whole Suburban down with Power Clean.
Yeah.
Straight.
What'd you?
Was it
Some of it was straight. Some of it was 5-1 on accident. It was
Yeah.
straight. But our friends that were rapping were like, "Man, this is really awesome," because the biggest thing is the adhesion promotion. So just get some Power Clean, 3-1. Wipe the Suburban down with it. And when I mean spray it on, wipe it off, that's literally what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Just spritz it on, wipe it off, and then that should give you enough tension to be able to stick stuff to it. So, and it shouldn't hurt the protection underneath. So, Hans closing. Rick, BJS, why are you the worst at O&R washes? That's what we're gonna try and figure out.
Yeah.
Hans, yes, yellow Stroop waffle towels or Dutch flag colors, but keep the Stroop waffle weave. Ricky, okay, so exactly how quickly did the Scan Grip Father's Day kits sell out? That's a
They
great
sold out?
deal. When I clicked on the email, it was gone. TRC shoppers can tell an awesome deal when they see it. So, Ricky, we ordered a dozen of them. I think John has put in another order for them, but I don't know for a fact. But we were
They'll be here in time for the sale.
yeah,
too.
we were
Yeah.
worried that we wouldn't, that those wouldn't even sell. That's the thing, because it's a high price point still. But we were very surprised to see them disappear so quickly. So, G Davis, thanks for asking, Dane. The Hans combo product of paint polish plus raw chicken rub would be a huge TRC seller.
Those
Yeah.
poor chickens. Okay.
Damien,
I'm not
Triple
gonna rub
X.
it on the chickens.
What's been faster after wet sanding, rotary or DA? Honestly, depends on the user, Damien. I've had really good luck with DA, so, but I've also done rotary.
I wonder if you watched that video where you guys all show the
The race?
comparison.
Well, the best thing to do after wet sanding is to pick up a bead.
Yeah. It's satisfying when you do that.
It is.
There's a video where Jason
Wow.
made it look like just he didn't even have to try. It was just natural.
All right, so moving down, Eric Sanchez says, "Hey Morgan, hey Anthony, hey Dane, and hey Levi. I made the podcast in over a year, I'd say myself.
Wow.
Peace from Corpus Christi, Texas."
Corpus Christi, hello.
And
Whoa.
Welcome. What's your question?
Alkaline Trio with the important
Stop
questions here. Are there any products that TRC sells that are directly helpful in cleaning motorcycles or boats?
Everything.
Take
we
that
said.
one, Anthony.
What'd you say, Morgan?
I said take it.
Oh, share?
No,
Or
No,
the
take the question.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, basically, the motorcycles, you can apply everything that we would normally use in auto detailing with cars to motorcycles, right? So, I mean, everything except for tire shine, right? So I would say O&R washes on my bikes have been probably the most helpful thing, right, in terms of reducing overall mess, right? How wet I'm getting everything, and just super, super helpful. I mean, but everything else is, I mean, literally the same. So I'd say Power Clean, O&R, and I don't know, bead maker, what I primarily use on the bike, and I'll use, whatever else I need to. But
Good on plastics.
It's good on plastics because it's good on all of that. And swear with boats, we do have some stuff coming out here pretty soon that is going to be distinctly for boats, and I think that's going to be super helpful and really awesome. So just look forward to it. You'll probably see here within the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
Chris Marcial. Can I use BrakeBuster 1-to-1 and the IK foamer? I like strong cleaning foam. Absolutely not.
No,
you can never do that. Don't do it. You will break your sprayer. So here's the deal. Strong cleaning foam.
It's not a real thing.
It's not a real thing, right? What you're going to be better off doing is literally just spraying down the wheel and BrakeBuster straight, right? Yeah. I know you want the foam, but at that point, right, you are not going to be able to foam something that strong in the IK, Foam Pro 2. So I would say the strongest that you're probably going to be able to get BrakeBuster would be in probably the IK Foam Pro 12, and you might be able to foam at 3-to-1. I would never recommend it, though. That is absolutely pushing it. So here's the deal.
Well, you have the capability of burning your wheels.
Well,
not burning them, but damaging them.
I think that 10-to-1 dilution on any IK sprayer with BrakeBuster is it. I don't want people to go higher. I don't want people to go lower. I'm telling you, I answer so many customer service questions about this. I'm starting to kind of lose it, right, a little bit. I'm getting some new quirks and features and things that aren't super ideal.
What are you, Doug now?
I have a Twitch, and so
it literally makes clicking noises.
Yeah. Don't go 5-to-1. Don't go 3-to-1. Just trust me. 10-to-1 every single time. Your sprayer will never break. You'll always get the same results. The foam will always be freaking awesome, right? And your wheels will still come clean.
Yeah.
If you have to go stronger than 10-to-1, the product's not the issue. Yeah. That's something else entirely at that point.
Don't question it. Trust me.
Listen to Anthony. Anthony, get me a soda, please.
Okay. Oh, yes. What would you like?
His head will explode if he hears another person going,
Oh, here comes the new air fridge is opening.
Oh, wow.
There's a Diet Pepsi in there for me.
Oh, there's a few.
Very excited about this. It feels good. Oh, thank you.
You're doing the Halo theme song?
Oh, shit.
What was that? Careful.
Like they didn't say anything worse, right? That could have been bad.
Always a fun
all
time.
Right, that was
here.
Good.
All right, here we go.
Scoop Master.
Scoop Master
says, hi to all. Last night I learned a little about panel impact ratio, PIR, on soaps for foam guns, and is very interesting. Any thoughts or comments on this?
Well, yeah, a panel impact ratio, and a lot of that depends on the pressure of the pressure washer for the foam cannons and stuff. So the problem is that you want the foam and the soaps to actually sit on the surface. You don't want them to blast, away and then off onto the ground, because you're actually not getting enough soap.
That's just kind of useless.
That's one of the reasons we like to say that, you always want a good clingy foam. That was one of the reasons when we looked at certain soaps. Any soap will foam on a car. It's the question of how well that soap actually stays and has a good dwell time on the surface.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of factors. Most people don't seem to understand that, a pressure washer doesn't need to be crazy. 1800 PSI, everybody's is a kind of a standard.
You can make do with that.
You can do 12. Yeah. You can do 800. Yeah. If you're trying to go for 3,000 or something like that, there's no reason. You're not getting enough. The foams, you're not allowing the foam to aerate fast enough to be able to sit on it. That's why, the pressure sprayers, the foam pressure sprayers work so well, in getting a proper product on the surface because it's able to actually sit on the surface. It's going on at the right pressure. It's going on at the right amount of dilution. It's going on in the right amount of mix. So, Umberto, you're right. Or Victor, you're right. Venom 9600, what up? What's going on with Optimum? Are they shutting down? No, they are still in business, still going strong. Dr. G is just refocusing some of the core products. He's strengthening those and kind of getting rid of some of the slower sellers. But they're still operating, still in business. We got an order in from them the other day, so we are restocked.
Yeah.
Eric Sanchez, everybody's older now, but the fisheye lens looks good. Yes, but not too old.
I think I am actually older.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Hans says
play,
built
dude.
hammer or AM details play is great. So Hans, those are two of our favorites. It's just a matter of those are all UK and Europe. So
Yeah.
All right, so Humberto says, what would be a good towel for wheels in order to further clean them with IPA so wheel dressings stick for better and longer? So I'm guessing you're going to towel for tires. So for wheel dressings or tire dressings?
You want us to put a wheel cleaning on.
Okay, so then I would say the Creature Edgeless is
Number
probably
2.
an ideal towel for that. I like the Creature Edgeless black, ice gray, whatever color you'd want to do. I just think that they're great for cleaning wheels. One of my favorites.
Yeah.
JWL says, can regular maintenance wash, chemical decon once or twice a year, and high quality sealant on a daily driver make claying absolutely unnecessary?
Yes and no.
Yes and no. It depends. It really
Yeah.
depends.
Do you work next to a railroad?
Or
Do you work next to train tracks and there's actively trains
do
going
you
by?
park
it?
under trees?
Or do you park under trees? Do you park under high tensile power lines?
Are you
Yeah.
next to an airport?
Are you next to an airport? Are you like that's the real question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you park where do you park that car? So where does that car live?
Unless you live way out in the country where there's like nothing
Yeah.
going on with your
Yeah, you
air
have just
situation.
you just have some dust.
Yeah.
And
Well, there's
some,
livestock out there.
You do
Yeah,
have
that's
livestock.
true.
But the
You
point
can't really
is,
trust those
but
things.
you are right. Let's say you've got a nice cabin in the woods.
Can't trust cows.
You got a lot of tree sap, right,
Yeah.
from the bigger pine trees.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Let's say you're out on a farm and you don't have a lot of trees around you and it's very hot and sunny.
Yeah.
Well, now you got a lot of UV damage you have to
Yeah.
worry about.
Yeah.
If you're in a parking lot and you're working there, you have the parking lot and you have the roadside traffic based on the cars going by, because you got to remember the iron deposits that you need to remove chemically come from the brakes, right? And trains and things like that.
Yeah.
So you've got all these cars driving down a busy road, putting on their brakes randomly, especially if you're closer to stoplight areas or intersections or something.
Yeah.
That's a lot of ferrous material getting put into the atmosphere.
Is it called traffic film?
It's not called traffic film.
What's traffic film?
That's different.
So it's called a
this
dirty
is-
car.
Oh.
This is a ferrous dust that is in the
Okay.
air that travels and will make its way to wherever it's going to land, whether that be on the road or in the adjoining parking lot.
You could have it
So-
on your skin.
You could have it on your skin for all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
So the point is, you could get away from claying, but the problem isn't the product, the fact that you're using all this stuff. It's the amount of contamination, and the contamination can come from anything.
So a good example, right? I'll take two cars, right? We'll take Dane's mom's car that we just cleaned
Yeah,
today,
sure.
right?
Yep, exactly.
So it is a brand new GMC. It's less than a year old, right?
Yeah.
It literally
And-
only drives.
And we've already cleaned it. We've already put
2 miles
sealants
a
on
day.
it. Yeah, it drives 2 miles a day, right? But at Dane's parents' home, they have tons of trees, right? Coming over there,
But
they
it
have
parks
tons.
in the garage.
Yeah, it is in a garage.
Yeah, but it's parked in the garage, right? But it still has to pass through. Might sit outside for a little bit, right? But that car, which is brand new technically, felt extremely rough, right?
Yeah.
And we were feeling it. We're like, what the heck is on here, right? But then take my car, for example, right? My car that's 20 years old and it's been polished once that I polished it, I coated it, and then I've just maintained it, but it's still buttery smooth. And I haven't clayed it or I haven't done anything since, right? But it all comes down to what are you putting that car through? What are you, how are you taking care of it?
That little car
Yeah.
sits in the same parking lot as that other car.
Yeah. And so there's
You
just a
do
lot
drive
of factors.
farther.
And I do drive further, and it does so
than
right.
that car.
So it's all situational. It kind of just depends, and
You also
it
clean
depends-
more obsessively.
And I
though,
also clean
than
every
Yeah, you
single
clean
week.
every week.
anybody.
Every
Yeah.
single week I clean. So Maybe some things just to kind of
Just start looking around. Look around at where your car lives. Not just at your home, but in your work and where it's parked and where it sits under.
The environment.
And look at your drive. Look at your drive home and see which, how it works.
If it's stop and go traffic, you're seeing a lot.
Yeah.
We have a man who says 1990 Mercedes 500 SL.
All right.
Yeah, we had a 91 in the other day.
Yeah.
Ricky Cologne says, Alkaline Trio, you need to build up, I guess, resistance to the mojitos. And then tolerance is the word I was looking for.
Yep.
Kia Possessor, if we can scroll down there.
Yes. This is actually Levi controlling this one.
Oh.
Oh, no.
You just added a whole bunch of new comments.
I didn't mean to go that far.
Oh, so where are we?
They're loading in the background.
Come on. Hold on. Loading. Loading.
Buffering.
Loading.
Buffering.
This is going
Loading.
good.
Buffering.
This is some quality audio content
Jewish
for the people who
Miata.
listen in the future. Well, I don't even know what's going on here. Oh, boy.
no.
All right, Rick
Okay.
Heine, how does the new Ultra Blacks... Oh, we forgot Kia Possessors. Carissa the Karcher is good. I'm getting one. Rick Heine, how does the new Ultra Black sponge compare to the Big Red sponge? More ergonomic. Newest sponge technology. Softer. No need to season it.
It's
fits
a
in
different
your hand
foam.
bitter.
Oh, you're
little
missing,
squishier.
You're also missing the most important part.
What?
It works with both soap and ONR.
True.
Boom.
Mic
What?
drop. Can I drop this?
You
Nope,
can drop
don't
that.
do that.
Don't
Okay.
do
Uh,
that.
All right.
All right.
I
Eric
love the shape,
Sanchez
though.
says those watermelon icebreakers look good right now.
They're great.
They're grape. Sorry.
Very grapey.
Alkaline Trio says, Ricky, the sugar content did me in. That's awesome. G. Davis, will there be a live show from Nate's office in the near future? Possibly.
Actually, if you look back in the past, there were plenty.
Richard said, Nate deserves a nice office. Good for him. He's such a nice guy. Thanks, Richard.
Yeah.
Scoop Master Levi, I keep using lacquer thinner on my details and it works great. But with the only white regs I have are terry cloths, not microfiber. Is that okay? I have to find microfibers. What GSM and blend is good? We have our sport white towels.
You get the spa towels,
Or
man.
spa towels
Yeah.
are great. They're just
They're just
white.
80-20.
Yep.
They're kind of,
But
just
yeah,
a good standard terry style.
cloths are fine. Just don't try to rub too hard because you will scratch the surface. Aaron's Buff and Shine versus Lake Country versus Rupes. What do you guys prefer and why? So many pads to choose. Aaron, all the pads we carry are pads that
Our
Anthony and I
favorites.
use. They're our
Yep.
favorites
Yep.
from all three companies. So each one is specifically designed for different tools. So really it depends on the machine that you're using, and then I can basically say what you've got. So I noticed the TRC product page says that Uno Protect provides 60 to 90 days protection. The Levi just said 6 to 9 months. Is Rupes under-promising and over-delivering? Possibly. I didn't see that, Alkaline, so I didn't know that. But I've always said it's 6 to 9. That's most sealants.
It's pretty typical.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, if you're talking about a sealant, though, that it is part of a paint correction product, though, so maybe it's a little diluted compared to how it'd be on
I
its
don't
own.
like to over-promise things.
No.
I also don't like to under-promise things. So if they say 30 to 60 days, right, which is what it is? Is that a month to what is it?
Months to 2 months.
Month
They're
to 2
saying months
months.
to 3 months.
I mean, a month to 3 months, right? If let's just say you were to do something a little extra, a little spice on top,
little
right?
spice on
Oh,
top.
whoa,
A little
hey.
spice on top. We can't talk about it
You
yet.
guys
right
got
now.
mad at me for almost
But,
revealing that secret
But I'm just
the other
saying,
day.
maybe a little spice
Stop
on
talking
top.
about it, guy.
May get that a little further.
more
but
fun to
we,
hype.
we'll need some long-term testing on that.
Anthony,
but
you-
what I will say though is, with probably what you're offering to your customers with Uno as a one-step, I would say you're safe to just say, hey, this is good for about 3 months. Just call it good.
That's safe.
If it lasts
Yeah.
longer,
Easy.
cool. It all depends on the condition of the car being what's been put through.
Yeah, depending on the
and
garage,
honestly,
it could
you
last.
could say 6, just 3 to 6 for a customer, because what you don't know is that customer may, as soon as you leave your shop, within 3 or 4 days, they run it right through a car wash, and everything you just put on it is gone.
Yep.
They need to come back for a
So-
top-up.
Yeah, you can't control what they're going to do, but if you're putting it on, I always recommend what they do. I didn't know that Rupes, that our product page said that, so apologies, guys. G. Davis,
Yes.
the Jewish era Miatas were fantastic. MX-5 Shaloms. So I think that's the
You were on about non-denominational generation
BC.
Miatas. So.
Those are BCs or ADs?
Well, you had the NA, the NB,
I
the
think
NC,
those are the BC.
and now the ND.
I think it's a BC, maybe an ND, before, after Christ. So probably before toast.
My head's
No,
gonna
we-
explode.
BC Miatas.
Just move on past
And
this.
Pfeiffer, Jeff C. Dane is going to be the middleman. I'll send him my contact info and he can fill you in. Thanks, Dane.
There we go.
Ricky
Dane,
Cologne.
make sure you check
Dane's
your
gonna be
email.
a middleman for a meetup. Ricky Cologne. All of Dane's car picks would basically create the Dane Hennen Auto Memorial wing.
Yep.
Oh my god!
We
Finally,
should
someone
make Dane like one of those
appreciates me.
custom blankets
I
with all
really
the
wish that
pictures.
we could have gotten a photo shoot with Dane with each one of his cars that he's had, because like that's the one thing that we're missing. We have photos of his cars. But we
It
don't
would
have
be
photos
hilarious.
of him
All you
with
guys
his
just have
cars.
one, and then you guys always make fun of me for going through too many cars. So suddenly it's just a giant row at the top.
Yeah.
With every single one.
Yeah, I
It'll
would
be
love
a,
that.
yeah, it will be a memorial.
That would
though.
be wholly unnecessary.
where are we at right
Stephen
now?
A. Smith just tuned in. Update us on the new Rupes system stuff you're now carrying. What's the hype all about? Well, it's an all-in-one product. Now, most of the time, I don't like all-in-one products, but this one I like. I've been using it since September. I've been having a lot of fun with it. And honestly, it's perfect. It
I
goes
think-
on easy. It's pad dependent,
Yeah.
so you can get a lot of correction out of it.
Yeah, it actually
and
cuts.
it comes off very easily.
I think it just sets a really realistic expectation, right? And it's like it's that perfect kind of for people that are doing one-step polishes, right? And they're getting paid for one-step polishes, right? They just want a quick little gloss.
You know me, I'm the
enhancement,
fan
little-
of the 20-minute
yeah,
one step.
Yeah, the 20-minute one step. It's literally exactly what that is, and it's just perfect because it's the product doesn't cost a whole lot, right? You're basically you're polishing and you're sealing in one step, right? But I think it's because of the user experience, right? And that's like the biggest thing. You can be so fast at it because it's so easy to remove as is, and then you can add a cherry on top if you want to do that. It makes it a little bit easier to remove. I will talk about it later, but it's just killer. I really like it.
One of the big things that a lot of people don't, one of the reasons I don't like all-in-ones is because they have a filler in them.
Correct.
And
yeah.
so a lot of them, you would do these, and then the moment you wash it the second time, even if you had a pH balanced soap, they would disappear
And
in the
we're
car.
back.
It would literally, nothing would look like you did anything.
Correct. Yeah.
This product can provide correction,
Yeah. It does. Yeah.
which is really, really neat. And it does it in one step
Yeah.
and adds protection. And one of the great things is you can do all this, then put alcohol on the surface, clarify the surface, and have what you have under there.
Yeah.
Because
It-
there's those
no
guys who
change.
are always waiting with the actual alcohol wipe to go, sure, yeah, it
Right.
did something, right?
Well,
and then they
in
go
the
over.
past- in the past,
this
you
one
could
would
do
get 'em.
that. Yeah, in
Yeah.
the past, you could do that, and you'd go, why'd you just undo all my work back in the day?
It's like, well, I guess you really didn't do any work,
Yeah.
did you?
Well, yeah. So
and one thing too is as well, right? If you like the working time of hyper polish, if you like how easy it is to remove, if you like how easy it is to work in, I think that this is another secondary product that you can add on top of even a correction if you wanted to do that. So if you wanted to go in and compound first and then finish out with Uno as a polish,
You
right?
could,
To
yeah.
get all your major correction done and then just finish it out to where it's nice and then have it sealed. That's it. I mean, it fits a weird niche area, right? But the second that you use it, you learn to love it, right? And you find out where this kind of sits within your detailing, pricing or how your shop works. It opens up a new area for you that you may have not done before.
yeah, and you got to remember, if you are selling it as a one-step, all-in-one, like, hey, we'll just do a quick polish. So, like, take for instance, I've got a customer coming in this weekend. They're gonna bring in their car. I'm gonna do it, and on that car, I'm gonna do just a quick polish with Uno. That's it. That's all I'm gonna do. It's gonna take me 20 minutes to get around the vehicle, and then wipe it off, and I'm done.
Yeah.
That's it. That's literally it. And I can be finished. Then I can do a quick wipe down with some quick detail or something when I go to send it on its way. And that's looking great. The other thing is, with those one steps, a customer is only looking for an enhancement in gloss.
Yeah, they're not looking for
They're
every
looking for a
scratch to
light
disappear.
reduction in scratches and an increased reduction or increase in gloss.
Yeah.
And this provides that product. This product provides that,
Yeah.
and that's one of the great things about it. And so you make your customers happy without a minimum amount of work. But what's even more fun is you cycle that product a little longer, maybe put a little more aggressive pad on it, and you can actually get real correction out of the surface that you need to. Let's say you got a customer who's like, oh, I got a little scratch right here on this quarter panel. If you could take care of that, maybe they're a good friend of yours. Maybe there's someone, take you a few minutes, you can actually get that scratch out for them if it's not so deep.
And it actually will.
And it actually will. So that's why it's so awesome, and that's why we carry it. So,
We're not going to bother with someone unless we actually like it.
G. Davis, spot on, Ricky, about Dane's car picks. Luke Berge, I'm going to be in and out since I'm at work, lol. Han says,
Lol.
that's what she wanted at Luke Berge.
Yeah.
I think he means that's what she said. Luke says, that's a fact. Scott Kissel, you may have seen my post, #Wash Wednesday. Anyway, do I need to strip wash the bead maker off my car before polishing? Bead maker is the only protectant right now, or will clay be enough?
What say you?
No, you're good, man. You don't need to strip the bead maker off. You're gonna take it off when you polish. It's not that strong.
Yeah.
Luke Berge, lacquer thinner will strip bead maker. Just saying. There you go. G. Davis, the Luke and Hans show, late night every Friday night on Cinemax.
Oh my.
Scott Kissel, Luke, on a towel, spray a surface or foam it. Richard Wakefield, power clean 5-to-1 on a wet car, wipe it with a microfiber rinse. That's how I'd strip old sealants waxes. Yep. Luke, towel, definitely would not recommend foaming, lol. Mobility Today, can you claim it ceramic? Yes, you can. You should do it every 6 months just to clean the surface. It'll help you bring back your hydrophobic properties. Alkaline says, Dane, you said leeches dying out of the towel. Is that how microfiber works? A series of leeches?
Less about the animal, more about the action of
I don't know if
leeching.
I'd call leeches an animal. I would
don't
say
think
that
they're
they
an
are
animal.
a creature.
They're a critter.
No.
Yeah, not a great one, but they
I feel like
exist.
that's a bug.
They are
G.
little
Davis,
vampires.
Says, will the new studio also be the home of the Dane Show programming?
Great.
Alas, it will not.
We have
That would be
Macaulay. Mikhail says, I love what you guys do. I would love for you guys to do a full detail of a motorcycle with full fairing sometime.
We
Would
don't
be
have any
awesome.
motorcycles
Yeah,
on
there's
hand.
no motorcycle enthusiasts that
There's
are on
no
our
one
staff.
here
Motorcycle.
with that.
But there's a
Anything
great
cool,
channel you
at
can
least.
watch, All Day Anthony. Big fan of motorcycles. Apparently, he loves to ride them and not drive Evos.
It's
Really?
crazy
Check 'em
thing. Anthony, for his picture, actually got a chance to drive. Well, at least pretend he was driving all day. Anthony.
Yes,
That
that
was
was
pretty
so
cool.
That was pretty
cool.
cool.
Really
When
nice
he
of him to
dropped
swing
it
by.
off, I was
You
pretty
were-
He was
pumped.
on like
Yeah,
a road
yeah.
trip
You
or
were.
something.
Yeah, he's on a road trip just going
Passing
home
through, like when you went
from
and visited
Boise
Doug
to
DeMuro.
Meridian. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
he was
true.
just passing through, and I said, hey, dude, I'd love to take a photo of your car. It's one of my
Yeah.
favorites.
I
And
took a picture just like that when I was 16 in my uncle's H1 Hummer.
No way.
Yeah,
Really?
although I had the door open
Yeah.
and I pretended to be driving.
That's awesome.
So,
yeah.
That's always good.
It's always great what
Yeah.
people do for the fans.
Yeah, that was really
We have RC says, what brand of products are now being tested by TRC?
Well, if we told you everything,
yeah.
it wouldn't be any fun.
But we will say, RC, in case you're wondering, G-Technic, we've said it on the podcast, is going to be making its appearance here at the Rag Company. So we do have a lot of G-Technic products that we've been playing with. And then as well, our friends at Color Lock.
Yes.
We are going to be bringing on a line of products with them as well. So some of their cleaners and protectants for leather and Alcantara. So you guys will be very excited. So those are two of the main brands that we've been playing with. Luke Berge, one product I've been extremely pleased with for strip and paint is the OG Decon soap. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Venom. So after more testing with PNS Beadmaker, I've come to the conclusion that it's awesome for good condition, non-faded paint. It will do its job. But with darkening and gloss on unloved paint, it does nothing. No, but it adds slickness and protection.
Truth.
Mike's being a TRC fan. What up? 88 in the house.
Hey,
Love
Mike.
the products you put out. Always high quality and top-notch stuff.
A resident
Nice.
Coca-Cola
Yeah.
enthusiast
Thanks, Mike.
amongst
Mike's
a bunch of
fan.
Pepsi
Oh, no.
people.
Killing the game.
RC.
Cola.
Okay.
Hey, I
Go
love
for
me
it.
some RC
Oh,
Cola.
gotcha.
Royal Crown.
It says, got my microfiber closet back full with Rag Company towels.
Hey.
Nice.
Feels good to have it full again. Thanks, TRC and TRC Europe. Gauntlet, the new favorite for drying now.
Oh, wow, that didn't take long, did it?
Yeah, no, I think it always feels good to have I'm getting to that point now to where a lot of the towels have been cycling over and over and over again.
Sure, yeah.
Like they're getting,
They're on their way out.
They've had, I think the ones I currently have is probably have well over 150 washes in them, and it's starting to
They're aging out of the program.
starting to show. And I'm
Okay.
sitting here like, okay, I think these ready for an upgrade here soon.
Send them
and-
off to pasture. Okay.
And yeah, it's a good feeling.
Whoa, super chat.
Oh, man. Well,
Here we go.
$69. Oh, $6.
Looking forward to some Applebee's.
Nice. Yeah. So moving down the line
Yeah,
here.
what's next? What do we
G.
get?
G.
Davis.
Davis.
What do we
Leftover
got?
joke
Davis.
from last week. Suffocating meow was the finishing move Anthony used as a star wrestler at South Modesto Junior High. Oh, classic.
Wow.
Classic.
Yep.
Oof.
Oh man.
Venom. Wolo's quick detailer is different and actually does darken and enrich the unloved paint, and in turn does increase gloss. Technician's Choice ceramic detail spray and Nova Boost do the same. There you go, bud. Remember that Beadmaker's not a quick detailer,
Yep.
Correct.
That won't go
so
well.
it's
Don't do
technically not a detail spray; it's a sealant. So,
Yep.
G. Davis Morgan explains Burry-Steen.
And she did a great job. Wouldn't you agree?
that. I could do that.
Yeah.
I could do that.
BJS Morgan, when you say pre-spray, do you mean spray off with a hose or spray with O&R?
Spray with O&R.
Yeah.
Seriously, like, it's the best.
Yeah, literally pre-spray it with O&R.
Yep.
Venom. So I've made a system of PNS Beadmaker on nice, loved paint. Technician's Choice CDS, What Was Quick Detailer, and Nova Boost are my go-tos for cars that can't afford any correction at all. Well, good for you,
You
man.
got a system.
Then he probably just dropped a mic or said something.
Loud crashing noises.
Yeah. RC, this week on some Facebook detailing groups, there are people saying PNS Brake Buster degrade the ceramic coating faster. Can you explain if this is true or is it a fairy tale? Well, remember, PNS Brake Buster is a 14 pH.
That's up there.
So
That's way-
it's a very high pH, and constant use straight will degrade it. That's why we recommend 10 to 1.
Yeah.
That's why we recommend dilution. If you are ceramic coating your
Never
wheels,
use it straight.
you shouldn't have to ever bust out
There's no
PNS
need.
Brake Buster
Yeah.
because you're cleaning the car. But let's say you go 2 months, 3 months without cleaning your wheels, then yes, I would recommend you use a little Brake Buster to foam it, clean it up. But again, at the 10 to 1 dilution in a foam cannon. G. Davis, just making a mess of things, leaving us
As
some
always.
dirty messages.
Ooh.
Had to retract those. Venom 9600 also, when are the 5-liter jugs of Wowos coming? Venom. Fun fact, we've been talking about this for a while. So currently there is a very, very bad backstock of product. So here's the deal. Containers all over the world are trying to be made and trying to be shipped because everybody in the world just went through a huge pandemic.
Yeah.
And ready to use sanitizers, cleaners, hand sanitizer bottles, everything.
They took
is
priority.
in need.
Yeah.
So you've also got to remember you've got thousands of hospitals, schools, janitorial supply companies needing plastic spray bottles, needing gallon jugs, needing 5-liter jugs, needing 5-gallon jugs. The world is out.
Yep.
No
Plain
joke.
and
People
simple.
looking for sprayers are like it's
I
like
had to go
looking
to
on the
2
black
stores.
market
Yeah.
for sprayers.
I had to go to 2 stores just to find.
And you didn't even
empty
find good
spray
ones.
bottles. No, I found horrible ones.
Yeah.
It's our
Very
fault for being
upset.
picky.
So the point is, we've got, we had our own hospital here reached out to us to see if we had some plastic sprayers and spray bottles, and we happen to have a few, and they said we will take them.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's just nature of the beast. So
Priorities.
and you've got to remember, we're trying to get something that is out of the country into the country.
Yeah,
so
if this
we're
was,
running into
Homegrown would be
a
different.
lot of difficulties, and we do not have a timeline for 5-liter jugs. So I know we talked about first quarter, and we're now into the second quarter, and almost the third quarter. And so I apologize, but that's why we've just kind of none of us planned for this.
No.
So sorry, man. We're in the same boat as you are. Alkaline Trio, watching Morgan silently mock. Oh wait, I missed those ones here.
No.
Yoshi Pumpkin Cream Cold Brew is literally
Yes,
the
Yoshi.
best.
Literally, I cried when I went there one day and it was gone. That's what got me through SEMA. I literally got one every single day. They're so good.
Where?
From Starbucks.
At
It's like-
SEMA?
Yeah.
Where did you find a Starbucks there?
In the hotel?
Oh, you walked all the way down to the West Gate to get that?
Yes.
That's where you were that whole time. Man.
We're like,
Don't say that. Don't say that because I literally did a Starbucks run for everyone every single morning.
I
And I'm
literally got nothing.
going through crowd.
I don't remember
Yes.
getting
I didn't
Starbucks.
get anything.
Okay, I'm gonna vouch for it. I saw her come in with the trays. So,
I literally
yeah,
brought
she
trays.
did.
For everybody but me and Levi.
Well, probably because you had literally podcasts.
You two were out
gone
schmoozing,
all the time
so.
in the mornings.
Oh, well, we were the busiest members of the team.
Yeah,
Because
you guys-
we're obviously doing collaborations with Koenig Wheels.
Yeah.
You were literally
Our friends
you
with
were.
Koenig. Our friends with
man.
the other companies, but mostly it was Koenig.
It was
So
mostly
yeah,
just
I don't
hanging
want to
out
hear it
with
because
Koenig.
me and Jimmy were caffeined up, and so was everyone else in the booth except for
Great
you
of you
guys
guys.
because you guys.
All
left,
right,
it's
so then
fine.
moving on here, we have Luke Berge saying that he feels like there's a serious lack of Mountain Dew.
Wow.
Luke, I just had a coffee. I'm not.
I don't think you can see inside the fridge because there
Just
is
show him.
Mountain
Did he
Dew
see
in
our
there.
introduction?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
can
in there.
Yep.
See that?
There's some Mountain Dew
Yeah.
right there.
Sorry, he only likes the
Oh.
sugar.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Throwback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got throwback Pepsi in there.
Code
But-
red.
So, all right.
Yeah.
Alkaline Trio. Watching Morgan silently mock Anthony's finger tapping is hilarious. Thank
Yep.
you for your Starbucks expertise. My ice will never be the same.
Well,
Nice.
You're just always doing something over there.
he can't
I'm
hold
just
still.
a jittery guy.
Well, we need to get the fidget spinner back on the show because I can't sit here and just watch you playing with random things.
Miss it. Okay. All right, moving on. We have Scott
The
Kissel
child
says,
is upset.
Purple Power the same as Power Clean? It is
No.
not the same
no.
thing. Power Clean, we're referring to Optimum Power Clean, which is an all-purpose
Quite possibly
cleaner.
one of the safest all-purpose cleaners ever.
One of our favorites, one of the
developed.
best. And Purple Power is not the same, so do not use those. Don't take our dilutions or any examples that we make to any of those. Don't reference that because it's a
Nope.
completely different thing. Venom96600 says, RC, this only happens if you use it at high dilution ratios. If you have ceramic-coated wheels,
Yep.
you don't need powerful cleaning agents. Very
Exactly.
true.
Yep.
Eric Sanchez says, see you guys, words can explain how much has changed since last year. Since a year ago, nice seeing you, Levi, Anthony, Dane, and Morgan. Thanks, Eric.
Thanks,
we appreciate
Eric.
you coming by, man. Come by more often. Luke Berge says, Purple Power and Power Clean ain't even close to the same.
Yep.
And then Alkaline Trio says, Anthony, are all tire shines dangerous on motorcycles, even on the sidewalls? Here's the deal. I don't think it's just worth the risk because there can be runoff, there could be anything, and that's the thing. I think that certain tire shines, you may not even notice that it's gotten onto the tread, but all it takes is just one wrong turn.
If you're the kind of person who likes
lose
putting their
traction.
knee right above the asphalt, probably not for you.
Yeah, it's just not worth it, man. I mean, because like I said, with weather and heat and all that, when you're riding a motorcycle, that rear tire heats up so fast, right, that you could have that tire shine or whatever it is, even if it's on the sidewalls, transfer, right? It can sling, it can go somewhere. It's just not worth it. And so I just tell people, clean the tires to the best of your abilities, get them to where they're black again, and then just call it good. It's just... The other thing too, motorcycle tires, you're going through them if you are a real motorcycle rider, you're going to be
Wow.
going through those tires quite a
You're
bit.
so
Make a
brave.
judgment
And
call.
so
Okay.
I just don't. You won't have a tire on a bike long enough for it to look bad if you're actually riding the bike. But if it's a cruiser, whatever it is, and it's got white sidewalls, those can clean up beautifully. But for the most part, clean up to the best of your abilities and call it good.
Fair.
Go. All right, I'm going to buzz through about 10 of these just because we
Oh,
need
okay.
to. We're kind of behind.
Okay.
Dan Pfeiffer, Breakbuster 1.1 works perfect for me. Suck it.
Dan, I will literally hunt you down. I will find you. Don't spread bad information.
Dan, that's
Carissa,
excessive.
Anthony, yes, coffee in coffee.
Yeah.
Rick, Venom 9600, why do you wonder if Optimum is shutting down? So again, Venom just asked, Optimum is not shutting down.
No.
They are just refocusing a lot of the core products that they create. O&R being one of them is still sticking around and being awesome. So
Yep.
Alkaline Trio, I think it's safe to say 2020 has significantly aged us all.
Fair.
Yes, I have more gray hair in my beard. Alkaline TRC, have you tried applying Beadmaker to 2020? We have not, but that's a great idea.
Would it make it slicker in the sense that it would pass by faster? Because
Let's
I would be
hope.
okay with
yeah,
that.
me too.
I
Let's
would be
get it
fine
over
before
with.
the aliens arrive, you know?
Repel some 2020 off of us. Yeah.
We're all on fire.
Dan Pfeiffer, industrial fallout, quote unquote. G. Davis, traffic film was the adult movie Dane made in California.
Well.
Good stuff. Good
Such
stuff.
is life for a cable wrangler.
All right, that's what they call them out there, cable wranglers.
Best boy grip. Okay,
Venom
moving along.
9600. Also, I remember a while ago that you guys said something happened between you and Greg Masterson. Some tasty drama. Can I be informed on what happened?
What?
No tasty drama ever happened with Greg Masterson. He's a good friend of ours.
Yeah.
Literally talked to him at
We
the
get
party.
along with
Yeah.
Greg all the time, man.
Yeah,
I talk
he's
to him
been
all the time.
he's
been on
he's
here
on the
before,
show.
He shows up in the
times.
comments
He's in the
sometimes.
comments, hanging out sometimes.
Yeah.
So, nope, Greg's a good friend of ours, and no drama. So I don't know where you heard that. Chris Weiss, new PNS products that you know of? Yes, there's about 4 of them.
Yep.
We are going to be live next week with Sydney doing one of the new products. And we do have iron remover on order. As soon as it arrives, we will have it. But basically, they ran out of their stock very fast. They didn't think when all the distributors put in their orders. So they have to make more. Dr. Phillip, PhD. I'm afraid if I ask a question, Morgan will think I'm dung and look at the camera app annoyed.
Why?
Oh,
I'm
no.
the dumbest person in this room. I would never get mad at anyone.
Hey,
else.
whoa.
Morgan, we don't think that.
We don't think
You've
that.
told me 3 times already today.
Well, these two are like
Yoshi,
brother and
Sean,
sister. They
so
fight that
in
much. It's not really
fairness,
the.
Those
Yeah.
Yukons are transported via rail from down here in Arlington, Texas. That's a lot of contamination gathering on that long
Didn't
ride.
say it, but I
You're right, Yoshi. Those Yukons do go from there.
Although wasn't it corrected and PPF'd after it arrived?
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the hope.
Okay, so
Alkaline
moving
Trio.
down. Yep.
Regarding Uno Protect, will the 250 milliliter bottles be back anytime soon? We don't know what you're talking about, Alkaline.
Alkaline, those actually have never existed. So
No,
I
they
feel
don't
it's weird
exist.
that you say that. Venom96600 says, also, Dane, are your ferret hunting days over?
Well, considering they never started, I think it's safe to say they're over.
Okay.
Yeah, so-
Life of Brian. Hello from SoCal. I had a quick question about paint protection. Which one do you recommend? PPF or traffic film? Dun 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 dun.
Combination of both. Mix it up.
Both.
Justin Grubbs says, if you had to guess, what's the efficiency improvement from a Porter Cable DA to something newer, like any machine from Rupes? I detail professionally, but have to buy my own tools.
Yeah, that's
It's pretty drastic, man. I mean, so you're going from an 8mm throw to a, I mean, like
15
just
or
like, to a 15,
21
21 minminimum on a long throw machine.
more power,
And it's substantially more power.
ability
right?
to go faster.
Have you have you played with a 6-inch on a Porter Cable DA?
Yeah, it takes
it's
forever.
on a flat pad, man.
It
There is
takes-
no contour. There's no
it
nothing.
takes
It
forever.
is a process.
Yeah.
Not ideal.
No, you will be faster. You will make more money, Justin.
It'll be like going from a
you've gotta
Honda to a
remember,
Cadillac.
I detailed professionally, and I had to
90s
buy all
Honda
my
to a
tools.
A new Cadillac.
And I utilize. You got to remember, yes, the $400 price tag looks like a lot.
It will pay for itself
Yeah.
I have
quickly.
my 2012 Rupes out there in the garage right now in the studio. I brought it here to work. That thing has literally done 4,000 cars before I sent it back in to get rebuilt. So if you price that out on what each one of those jobs are, what kind of money that thing made, it is way over the $400 price tag. G. Davis, Levi's 20-minute polish technique changed my life. Well, you're welcome.
It's true.
Kakaven, what's up, guys from Quebec? So here's a question for you guys. Okay. Yorkie Poo Charlie, I was thinking that Morgan put on a COVID-20.
I wish.
It's the, I see. I see Yorkie. Colby Garbutt, with Uno Protect, do you need to let the polish after working it sit on the protection to settle in, or is it just wipe and go? Also, how many passes do you recommend with Uno? With Uno, basically, as soon as you're applying it, but you can make as many passes as you want, but the work time is at least a 30-minute sit on the surface. So basically, by the time you come back around, it's ready to be wiped off. So
Yeah, you make around the whole car. Okay, so then Justin Grubb says, G. Davis, tell me more. Is there a video to check out? I'm sure there is.
Justin,
On the dark
you need
web.
to go to Levi Gates on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook, like my page, and there is a video in there of me doing a live 20-minute
Different video. I
20-minute
getcha.
polish.
Yeah.
So go there. I did it with my Rupes 15, not my Rupes 21. So rectangle. I love All Day Anthony. He has a cool Honda scooter.
He has a really cool
He does
scooter.
great. He loves scooters. That's like his favorite thing.
Passionate.
Umberto, leeches are segmented parasitic or predatory worms.
I like
See,
that.
Good to
Very
know.
I don't
good.
think
Good
a
to
worm
know.
is an animal.
Yeah.
That's a
An animal to me is any living
Oh,
creature.
we have a hot dog and burger
so
day
you
coming
think
up here.
that's
Yep.
bacon? I
I'm very
think.
excited about
Is that
it.
not bacon?
Those are bacon.
Bacon burgers, Dane.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
we're going
I'm
we're
picking
going
up
to
what you're
Wendy's.
putting down.
Put
Yeah.
that with the last with
Yep.
the 519 from BJS.
Yes.
From last day. Oh man,
So-
we're close. We're 2 burgers in, guys.
We're developing
It's gonna go
a
Really
menu
excited about this. So
thanks to these. So that'll be fun.
Caven, oops, press on send. Use the Lake Country pad washer, Griot's Boss 21. I always have too much liquid left in the pad, even after spinning it for, say, 5 seconds. Did the washer mod on it. Main pad use. Have you cranked it all the way to max speed when you do that? Caven, that's the question. If not, you can use a little bit of air to dry it off, but you shouldn't have it that wet. So I usually clean it at 1 to 2, then I lift it up a little bit, spin it dry at 6, then pull it out of the pad washer.
Okay.
BJS dropping $6.09 on a super chat for burgers and 2 strips of bacon.
I like a style.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. We appreciate it. So one thing we are going to be doing is if you guys are giving us these super chats for food, for drinks, any of that stuff, we're going to be bringing those all together.
We're having a quarterly. It's a sponsored quarterly. It's a meal, right?
Yeah.
Sponsored by you guys, in which one live video out of the quarter, right?
Yep.
We will basically be taking those funds,
Yep.
and we're going to be basically applying that to some type of meal, right? And it kind of depends. If we get nothing, then like let's say we get $5, we're going to be eating.
We're going to spend
We'll
$5
split a
over that
large
quarter
fry.
to find something.
Pack
to
of gum
eat for the
between
4
all of us.
Like
Yeah.
we're going to get like a pack of gum.
No, we're gonna get
and,
we're gonna go to the dollar
hot ramen.
store. We're gonna
No.
go to the dollar store, get a loaf of bread,
Okay.
a peanut butter, and we
Oh,
can maybe
man.
pick 2 different flavors of jelly.
Oh.
Yeah.
I want to
And-
stress, none of this is necessary. This
No,
is purely,
no, it's all
purely
for
a
fun.
nice
Yeah.
thing.
But
You don't
like-
have
trying
to do
because
this.
we have received a lot of super chats
Yeah,
lately,
it's-
and so we
it's
thought
We
nice
want to
and
put on a
thoughtful.
show.
Yeah,
I'm thinking,
we'll show
right,
it's worth your
who
while
knows?
if you
Maybe
do
we'll
it.
be able to have a steak dinner, right?
Oh man,
Right?
Maybe go to
We
Dickie's,
could,
get
you
some
know.
Barbecue.
Oh, I'm thinking like Ruth's Chris.
Or Ruth's
Oh.
Chris. Who
Yeah,
knows?
maybe.
Say
Oh,
less.
All right, so moving down here. So thanks, BJS. Then we have Kevin53 says, are Lake Country Foam CCS and Eurofiber the main pads used? So we're saying basically says, Rupes, send out
Too
Lake
wet.
Country pads.
Pads are wet.
Pads are
Oh.
wet.
So try spinning at 6, just half an inch off the top of the surface of the pad washer. Do that. See if you can get them to dry out a little bit.
Well, so what I do is I place my hand, right? I put a little bit of pressure, and Dane seen me do this. I put a little bit of pressure on the foam with just my fingertips, right? And I'm able to kind of squeeze out some of the moisture that comes off because it needs some friction there, and my fingers.
Your fingers provide good
And when
friction.
that fails, he just sends me over into the corner with a bowl of water, and I have to need
Andy White, nice to
It
see.
sounded like a weird thing, man.
Nice to see the new podcast studio finally in use. Looks and sounds great. Thanks, Andy. We appreciate it. Umberto, the leeches release some sort of anesthetic on their bite, but because of their anticoagulant, you bleed a fair bit.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, they're pretty crazy. Driven hard, what is the advantage of doing multiple layers of ceramic coatings? It depends on the ceramic. Many of them need the multiple layers, others don't.
Yeah.
So it depends on the ceramic that you are applying. If they specifically state you need 2 coats, do 2 coats. If you need 1 coat, do 1 coat. Don't try to do a second. Each one's very chemically different from the other, so be careful. G. Davis Anthony, will you address the interweb rumors about you being a famous YouTuber? Is it true? Are you Pan the organizer? Bonjour, mon amis.
Admit it.
How funny would that be if I was a famous YouTuber this whole time?
Oh, that'd be so funny.
be
It
like-
would be hilarious.
Everybody
I'd
would
be a
see
little
that.
uncomfortable knowing
I'm
we're sitting in the midst of a celebrity this
I
whole
would
time.
really be.
Literally, the only fame that I have is through the rag company, and I appreciate that. But maybe someday I will start my own channel. Maybe someday.
That'd be cool.
That would be fun. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd like that.
That could
Make
be
sure
cool.
you guys are
Probably wouldn't
following
be
the
very
Master
good.
of Shine YouTube channel, bringing in almost just under 400 subscribers. Really wanting to hit that 500 mark.
Yep.
Driven Hard PS just started shopping on your site. Love the edgeless towels I got. You're welcome.
yeah.
Travis, how do you know if you need a heavy or fine clay? Start with fine first. If it doesn't break through and you're having a hard time and you can't get the contaminant that you need off, that's when you go up to the next one. But when you move up to the medium or heavy grade, there is a tendency to mar the surface, so you do need to be prepared to polish the area. Travis, will Power Clean break down my CSL coating? Depends on the dilution. So it can clean the coating, but if you didn't apply the coating in the first place and it's already kind of hanging on by a thread, yeah, you'll break it the rest of the way down. So G. Davis, I'm sorry. My wife made me retract a fantastic BJ Slinger joke. It's all right. We understand.
Yikes.
Burned Body, what's up, Dreries?
What is that?
I don't know, but
don't know.
Tonezors.
That's an
Is that a
okay
bad
word.
word?
Yes.
we'll find
Tonezors,
out.
silly question, but when you say a flat pad, does CCS count as that? Yes, Tonezors. A flat pad and a CCS pad are identical. The difference is the CCS has dimples in the pad. I feel like I'm understanding pad styles types, uses this, and is my last big struggle. There you go. Kent 83, Krent 83. What are your best sunglasses for
Dane,
driving?
what are your best sunglasses?
I
Come
like
on.
Wayfarer style.
Dane's a Ray-Ban Wayfarer guy.
Man.
I used to wear aviators, but
Yeah.
those are kind of played out now.
Yeah. I'm hoping to get myself a set of prescription pit vipers.
Ooh.
That would be sweet. That would be
go
sweet.
along
Maybe
with
get
my-
some
Get
some
my
gunners.
Chubbies, you know.
I love it. I love it.
I drive around shirtless sometimes, and I just want people to see my sunglasses.
What
like
do you
that.
think, Morgan? You got some on your head, don't you?
No, these are blue
Oh, those are
light glasses. I
glasses.
actually don't typically wear sunglasses.
Oh.
Okay, and you don't
Even
have
on a
window
bright
tint
day,
on your
huh?
cars either.
I don't.
So
Wow.
do you not care about your vision?
What do you mean?
You know,
I told
protect
my
your
wife
eyes.
when I
I
wore my
don't-
sunglasses that I felt like I needed to turn the brightness up on life.
So they have those transition lenses, right?
Yeah.
Ivan has them, right?
Yeah.
My brother-in-law
Yeah.
has them. My dad has them.
I
I do not.
You don't. You ever
That-
thought about?
I was
them?
always
Not a
afraid they
big
would
fan
seem
of
slightly
those.
off.
I don't like them.
I don't like them.
Don't they
Those
make
are-
contact versions of those too now?
No,
What?
they don't, Dane. That would be weird.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
No, most contacts, I believe, have a UV block.
Wait. This isn't right.
You're a demon. What's wrong with you? Why are your eyes totally black?
I see you're a fan of
Why are your
Supernatural.
pupils fully black? What the heck?
Hey,
What's wrong with you, Dane?
We all have
It's
some
cool,
buddies
I'm
who
in
are
the
like,
sun.
you kind of look at him, you're like, you're the Shark Eyes guy, and he's like, yeah, I
Falling
know.
from the mouth a little bit.
Oh my god!
I don't think we can be friends anymore. Okay.
Travis, just FYI, what is your crystal sealant? Follow the crystal sealant directions. I'll serve as the bad example today. One panel at a time, not the whole side. Yeah, you don't let it get ahead of you. Burnt bridge, I hit a tree. What can I do? Call the police. Hans closing. Morgan, can you use a Pro 12 multi? Just have to fly a little while. Oh, that's nice of Hans.
I have
It's
a-
a
I have a
24-hour
Pro 12
flight currently, or 27-hour flight to the Netherlands right now.
Oh, perfect.
Burn body again. Can they react to my question? Yes, Burn. We are now.
think we
How
did.
great is that? Rick Heine, I haven't even tried using a pre-spray. Where we
Whoa.
go?
Holy crap!
Yoshi
there we
says
go.
we're getting
Oh,
Ruth's
no.
crystal.
Oh, no.
Chris,
Oh.
I can't believe
Oh,
it.
no.
Here we go. So, crisis. All right. I haven't
Dane,
even
stop
tried.
squeaking.
Rick says, I haven't even tried using a pre-spray with O&R.
Yep.
Not even in cars anymore than a year worth of film and road. Oh, my gosh. There you
It's
go, Rick.
life-changing.
Try it, dude. It'll change your life.
Even if I ever wash with soap,
Yeah,
I always
pre-spray.
rinse with O&R first, just because it just that first step literally takes off so much of the dirt, and then it's perfect.
Oh, my.
Laza, why aren't you guys social distancing? Well, Laza, here in Boise, Idaho, we have entered stage 4.
There's 4 people in this whole state.
Yep.
And it's just us. So.
And this
Well,
facility...
we're all that's left.
what?
Well,
So, in case you're wondering, so in our big warehouse on the other side of the building, on the other side of the parking lot, we have about 25 employees over there.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there is social distancing enacted as well as masks. If you walk in that building, you have to wear a mask.
Because you're handling
And
product
we
that goes out
have
to customers.
different
Correct, yeah.
entries for everyone. Now, if you're in your office, you do not have to wear a mask. But this building, there are only a limited number of people that are allowed to come into this building because the 6 of us work so closely, 7 of us work so closely together.
There's really tight security on it,
That
actually.
we have a key fob
say that.
to get in. And most of the time people come in are only the owners, Jeff and Carolyn, and John, our COO. So
Yeah.
that's
Chief.
it. We don't let anybody else come. What, Dane?
What did you?
I said,
say?
and me.
Well, I already added you into the 7 of us that are in here.
No, I meant anyway.
the prince of the
Anyway.
rag company.
Anyway, so that's the problem. If in case you're wondering why we're not, because we don't need to. And here in Boise, we can gather in groups of 30 or more. So
Yeah.
One of the great
Nice.
things. So,
If only we had that many friends.
oh, man, that'd be cool.
I do.
So
If only.
thank you, though. We appreciate it, Laza. But
The
that's
care,
why
the
we're
care
not.
is appreciated, of course.
Yeah.
Luke Berge, I'm surprised G. Davis showed up after Hans stole his walker. Hans even had pictures of it. Luke, next week I want to see a competition of who can eat the most Baconators. Just
Say
saying,
less.
I'll sponsor it.
Oh, Luke.
G.
We would have
Davis,
to place
if the
bets.
burger has bacon on it, Dane will fight each of you to the death for it.
It's so violent.
Dane is the man. One SEMA. We went to Dave's. When did we go to Famous Dave's? We went to Famous Dave's for 3 meals.
Oh, man.
And all 3 of those meals,
What was it called?
Dane
Just
had a
say it.
delightful hamburger
Dane, what was it
known as
called?
the...
Manhandler. And as a man with handles, I appreciate
3
that,
days in a
so-
row.
Oh,
Great times. And we don't know why we went there 3 times in a row, but
That was my dad's idea.
Yeah,
I
that was
didn't-
very
excited
excited
to
to
go.
go.
Yeah.
It's like, I love this place. You only have one of these.
Let's go again. Dude, it's already been twice today.
yeah. Travis, I bought a case of Iron Brew off Amazon. Ooh, it's bubblegum flavor.
It's interesting, yeah.
Yeah, it's a different flavor, that's for sure. Alkaline. Can we send a super chat for a specific food? Depends, Alkaline.
depends what it is. I'm not eating any.
Yeah,
I'm
we
nervous
reserve the right to
as
not
to
eat
what-
something.
Yeah, we do.
Like, so here's the deal. You know what I've wanted to do? And this is actually like a fun thing, right?
Okay.
It just needs to happen, and I need to probably just buy it.
Okay.
I want to do that one chip challenge, right? It's a spicy
don't
chip.
wanna do that.
Listen, but everybody takes off a small piece of it. I'm talking, it's literally like that big.
I'll do it.
And I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Morgan, would you do it?
I'll do it.
get an ambulance?
And like, I'm just thinking, like, we each take a small piece off the chip to where we split it equally, or however.
All of a
Levi
sudden,
can have a
three
baby
guys just
baby
keep
size.
dying?
But
As
I
a
just
fan
wanna
of
see-
Indian
One chip.
food.
It's literally
Like,
one
And
chip.
triple habanero pizza.
Apparently,
I
you
could
have
do
to,
it.
I
like,
don't
you have to
think- I
eat
think
it,
I'll
right?
die.
And then you have to go 5 minutes without, like, you're drinking
Right.
anything.
Oh,
5 minutes.
I didn't
5
know
minutes
that.
sounds short. That's an eternity.
No,
though,
I
when
thought
your
I just
mouth
had
is
to
on
try
fire.
it. I don't
But
think I can do it.
we can go either way, but maybe then we'll have a glass of like almond milk or something like that, to where if we. I'm lactose
That
intolerant.
judgment
I'm
was
lactose,
so
I'm
swift
lactose
and
intolerant,
so
I
harsh.
don't know why you gave me that
Wow.
look, Morgan. So.
So G. Davis says he wants to
vanilla.
see Anthony and Dane sharing a sloppy Joe. That would be delightful.
Dane doesn't
Hans
like loose
says,
meat.
Luke, did you put the flower bouquet in water yet, or is that the scream I keep hearing of dying flowers? G. Davis says Anthony's YouTube channel, Lederhosen and Call of Duty videos.
Wow.
That is pretty much what it is.
Rectangle wants to know, curious if you've tried Uno with a pad not from Rupes. Yes. It works fine.
Yeah, used a buff and shine pad the other day.
Yeah.
Rick Heine, and we've used the Lake Country HDOs. Rick Heine, Uno versus GPS. Uno over GPS, greater than. Fanboy question, R32 or Supra?
Oh, fanboy
That's
question.
not a fair question.
Well, when you say Supra,
And
are we
here's-
talking Mark IV? Because I'm assuming that's what he means.
Then I do a Mark IV, yeah.
When people say Supra, that's usually the first one they picture.
So Yoshi Super Chat, I won't let y'all starve. Danathan can get the fanciest steak from his favorite chain restaurant.
Oh, no.
G. Davis, for some reason I see chrome nipple rings with Anthony driving turbulence.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That is highly.
Whoa.
They're clip-ons. They're not a permanent thing, right? I just
G. Davis, big baller.
Way to
commit.
preserve
He
your
strikes
integrity.
again.
Okay.
Rick says, I can't seem to find the 20-minute polish video. Rick, you need to be on my Facebook page, Levi Gates. So send me a follow or send me a message. I may still have it in my background there, and I can pull it up for you and send it to you.
It would just be like in your videos.
Yeah, it's literally
folder.
just a live video I did. Justin Grubbs, roger that. As you guys are always super informative and extremely helpful.
Thank you,
Hans.
Justin.
When will the All Day Dane Foods finally opening? Morgan can run the coffee corner.
Yeah.
Me and Dane were actually talking about opening up a hoagie shop.
We need
Yeah.
to
Don't talk about that.
call it the subs bench. That's what I say. The entire seating
Don't-
arrangement is just
I
one
can't-
long
Don't
bench.
you even dare.
Okay.
The
can't
whole
Don't
wall
you
is just a
even
bench.
dare.
I can't say the name. That I
No,
thought.
most of the sandwiches, it's not appropriate.
Okay.
Are we at the bottom?
Are we?
I think we're
Wow.
at the bottom there.
All right. Well,
443.
Heck yeah.
All right.
I'm
So
at the
well,
bottom.
Shout out
Wow.
to Yoshi, man. I mean, that'll be crazy.
So-
I think we'll have an
G.
awesome
Davis.
quarterly meal.
that'd be
What
great.
it will be.
Thank you, Yoshi. We appreciate
Does
that.
that mean we have to do it like within the next 2 weeks?
We'll
Because
see.
When's the quarter end?
It literally
In 2
July
weeks.
1st.
July
Mm.
1st.
then we
quarter
could make
ends,
it
yeah.
happen.
We can make it
Yeah.
happen.
So let's make it happen.
So, G. Davis says Dane has been offering curbside delivery since 2011.
It's the thought that counts.
Rick Heine says, never mind, just did. Thanks, Rick. That's just me in my garage working on it. G. Davis, I'm going super chat. Dane, a colonic flush gift card.
Oh,
Yoshi says, hopefully Dane's intestines can handle that chip.
Not food.
Rectangle says,
That's
wait
not fair.
until the owners find out people online are giving you guys money to eat. They already do, dude. That's why we had to bring it up, because of the super chats that were coming in. We needed.
We
to bring
literally
it up to them,
addressed
said,
it because we were like, okay,
what do we do about these?
We should.
And it was
make
Jeff
a point.
Hennen's idea to do this. So,
Get out of
Rectangle says,
Get out.
Can I sponsor you guys for some huge Mexican beers? Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't drink. Hans Closen says, does Stacy still work at TRC? Sadly, Hans, Stacy quit right about the beginning of the year. She ended up getting a new job running the IT department and e-commerce stuff for a really cool company here in Boise. So super happy for her. You can still follow her on Instagram. You can still, say, hey, what up on Facebook, all that stuff with her.
Yeah.
We're all still in good contact with her. She's a great person.
She loves a
we
message.
still love her. So yeah. G Davis, I'm going to send Dane some Baconator chips. He sent me those the other day and asked if you
Showed
would
me
like
a picture.
them.
I didn't
And
know that was
said
real. I
Dane
thought that
would
was
be
Photoshop.
all
Wait, that's
over
real?
those.
I
Yeah,
thought that
it's
was a
real.
Photoshop.
Pringles Baconator
They're
flavored.
not real.
Oh my god.
No way.
He's going to find them.
Okay.
So
Here we
If
go.
they're
So,
anywhere, they're in a Japanese vending machine.
Colin says, don't see many TRC drawing requests on Facebook anymore.
That's true.
We're still doing them every
Yeah.
single day. I mean, we're
Yeah,
always-
he's just saying that Stacy doesn't post them.
Right, because she was
yeah.
usually the one posting them.
Yeah, well, and that was the hard part. We'd love to share them all because it happens all the time, but we have to make sure to crop out the shipping information and all that so it stays private. But who knows? Maybe we can start posting some stuff up again. Maybe we can do something to where it's like maybe on Instagram we can feature somebody or something.
Yeah.
So we have just another YouTuber. Oh, hey. Hi from Australia. I want to get detailing stuff from you, but don't know ship here. Are you working on it? Good news for you.
We have an FAQ about that.
So we have our distributor, Mark, from
Yep.
AU
Car
Care Co.
Oh.
yeah, so it's Car Care Co.
But it's
In Australia.
Car Care Co.
Yep, but on Instagram it's AU Car Care Co.
That's why I
Yep.
said the full
So,
name.
but yeah, look up Car Care Co. And AUS, and you'll find it. So
yeah, so
they
he
are a
carries
distributor for
most,
Australia and New
actually
Zealand.
most of TRC products as
And
well
PNS.
as PNS products, and so
And
you'll be able to
IK
stock up.
sprayers.
Yeah, so Mark's an awesome guy. Please support him. He's great for the people down under.
Yeah, so
Nice.
that's how you
Down
can
under.
find
Yeah.
our products.
Good, yep.
Just another YouTuber. Check them out. G Davis, Footlong Fellas is a great name for your sub shop.
Oh, we got one better than that, G.
Yeah.
Han says you guys should just make a Facebook page about the drawings. You could literally have enough content. You could do enough posts of all
man.
the drawings we have currently on the wall.
The thing is,
I struggle to maintain all the pages we already
Get
have.
on
I
it.
know. Please don't encourage Dane to make any more
I-
channels,
I-
pages,
I don't
groups.
know how to make
Nothing.
anymore.
I want nothing.
We
I
have
want.
so many.
Baconator support group next.
Oh man, that would be pretty good because they are addictive and they are heavy. Now, one thing I was gonna say is that
Kinda like
our drawing, Dane, our drawings, right? I feel bad sometimes because when people send in drawing requests, right, it always seems to be like they get handed to us at the worst possible time, right?
Right.
And
It's not their fault.
it's
It's
not your fault. It's just everything that's going on here and how busy we've been. But what will happen is John will come out and say, "Hey, you got a drawing request from, let's just say it's Joe Wetzel.
It's
let's just
always
say
Joe
it's
Wetzel.
it's somebody who's a big fan and loves buying stuff from us. But it'll be a very elaborate
Yeah.
picture request, like, can I please get Dane on a throne on top of Ragnarok?" Right, with his Jag leading this on a sleigh,
Yep.
delivering presents to kids.
Who
And I'm
doesn't want to
sitting
encourage
here-
that kind of creativity?
and
right?
I love the idea, but I'm like, how the heck do I have enough time to draw this right now?
Yeah.
And so my drawings typically are pencil only, and I won't color them, but I want to because it.
You want to show that.
One time I drew
you
a
made the effort.
horse. Oh, like they,
Okay.
they literally said, "Can you draw my horse?" And I had to go find their horse
Oh,
on Instagram.
You had to find that specific horse because
Yes.
they would be able to tell if the horse you drew wasn't their horse.
Yes, so I had to find their horse, and I drew the horse. Wow. And it
So
was bad.
We get
Really
some pretty
bad.
odd requests, but we've had some good ones. It's just
I love that.
when we started the whole drawing request thing, we had time to do this, right? This was
it was a very different era at the rag company when we started.
There was time. Dane had to kill time in certain ways.
Literally, I would wait for an order to come in a whole day. If I was lucky, I would get one on a day, and they would be like, "Could you just?" I'm testing to see if somebody uses this comments field, right? Yeah. And the first one ever was like a request to put like Will Smith next to a Porsche, next to a So I like photoshopped it the first time, and then I realized it might be kind of fun to draw. The next person asked me to draw a dinosaur on the package that was being shipped out, the USPS package. So I literally like drew a dinosaur, and then I secured it underneath clear packing tape so that it wouldn't get smeared in transit, and that was the solution at the time. So that was how that ended up working. But yeah, I mean, that was when we had a lot more time to do that. Now things are just wow. Yeah.
So we're trying to make do.
But we don't want to make a sacrifice and give it up. We want to continue to do that for you guys. So
yeah.
It's definitely
okay. So,
look at this now.
Looks like we should make a page, and then I want a drawing of Dane and Nate having lunch with a baby panda. That is doable.
See, that's
because
something
that's not unrealistic.
Yeah.
G. So, Life of Brian says just subscribe to the MOS YouTube channel. Hope you guys get your goal to do live videos. We hope
you just got a new subscriber, Levi.
And then we got Dan Pfeiffer.
Oh, Dan!
Wording up $10 for the Ruth Chris Fund. Wow.
Dan the man.
Digging this. So I said Ruth Chris, that was going above and beyond. Like that.
Well, so here's the deal. They have a $50 deal where you get like an appetizer and a steak and a dessert, I think, for like $50.
I assume that's for one person.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That's doable. We've already got one. So one of us is getting, or we can all share one.
True.
When she says one, she's clearly thinking of herself in this equation.
Well, obviously.
Rare, cooked? What do you like?
I go medium rare.
You got to remember the producers of the podcast as well.
Yes.
So
we got to be thinking of those guys. We got to support them.
Can we give them our grizzle?
Tim is
the
main producer of the live.
Tim actually gets the nicest cut.
Tim actually gets the best
He's glaring at you through the window right now. He's just like, you make sure I get that.
And of course, we cannot forget Gabe for this quarter.
Yes.
Well, once Gabe's gone, we don't have to worry about it.
That's nice.
Wow.
Once he's gone, he's gone. We won't give him another thought. It's not like he helped us do all of this.
Yeah, it's not like he spent his entire last month getting this place finished.
Yeah.
So Alkaline Trio says, Morgan, did you write "This is your horse"? Your horse is amazing.
This is a horse. Your horse is amazing.
So she's too young.
She probably doesn't even get that reference.
What is it?
You have not ever seen Amazing Horse? You ever heard the song Amazing Horse?
Thank you, Brian.
She will be disturbed.
This is from the early. Yeah. Tim knows.
Tim knows. It's
like the E-Bombs World era of.
It was E-Bombs World. That's where it came from.
And
G.
Weebly
Davis
stuff.
Says it's not well known, but Joe Wetzel does in fact love hot fudge.
Oh,
so I think we can all
did not
agree.
know that.
I love
Wow,
hot fudge
that
as
is
well.
news.
I like hot fudge with nuts.
Yep. Hans is
and this
right.
is somehow
Without
still a
Tim,
detailing podcast.
There will be a black screen. Go Tim. Yeah. So this is crazy. I can't even believe we've got this much action going down with super chats. Super fun.
It's been really fun. Though. I'm so glad you guys are enjoying this new
66 and something cents
arrangement.
I mean, unbelievable.
So keep in mind, this is not some crowdfunding show. We just want to have fun with it.
Don't want it to feel like that at all.
We just want people to know that,
get on those phone calls.
No, this is not a telethon.
What we just didn't want is people to be like, well, if I super chat, where does that money go to? Well, we want it to go to something fun that we can kind of feature and then thank everybody for. But
it's just
it was going towards getting Dane a shredder, but he obviously doesn't need that because he feels comforted with the mailroom, so we gave up on that.
Yeah,
we're just trying to look out.
Yeah, but so we'll read a couple more here, but I do want to say before we leave, everybody, go to theragcompany.com. Please go check out the Father's Day sale. Whether you're buying for a father, a brother, a sister, a mother, a friend, or just yourself, you'll find really, really good deals on this stuff. I mean, these kits that we created are ready-to-use kits. They are really affordable. They make the perfect gift or just for yourself to stock up on more product. But that and then the freebies that we've thrown in with it are super cool and super useful freebies. And this is kind of the first time we've done this kind of sale, and we definitely hope that it goes good. I know some people are probably eager.
That all those things like that counts.
Yeah, it totally counts. So
we want to try and get everything
it.
going because we were like, we need to do something because that was crazy.
And you know what? We need to get Dane's food review out. So
We do. I was gonna ask if
We
that
shot that weeks ago.
What's the deal?
Yeah.
What's that? We shot it weeks ago, but
Yeah.
it needs to be out because that
It needs to help.
it's just good.
Start it off.
It's just good, wholesome content.
It's great.
And
It's so
I
great.
love it. Like
Yeah.
it kind of just encompasses everything that the second half is in one produced video.
Yeah.
And you'll love it.
But what I was going to say with the super chats was one of our talking points about it was the fact that, Dan Digna sent us these awesome
They're super cool.
NSA granite coasters.
Oh,
That's dripping
okay.
water everywhere,
I'm
Anthony.
pretty sure there's
It's
no
all over the
listening devices
electronics.
in them, but who can do it?
No one
Anyway,
can see that.
he sent us these. G. Davis has sent us numerous Coco's creation treats that his lovely
my
wife has
God.
made.
We love
Hans
those.
sending out
Chocolate-covered
the
pretzels.
sending out all the Stroop waffles.
Yeah.
Didrik sending the different fishermen's friends and the
Oh, yeah.
winter
The mittens.
mittens and
Yep.
all
Dude,
that
Over the
kind
years,
of
there's
stuff.
been all kinds of
Lars
stuff. Really
sending us,
creative.
getting us treats and things when he sends stuff over. Like it's G. Davis and our wonderful Cracker Barrel lunch.
Yeah.
That
was amazing.
There's a number of things that you guys do for us that we really, 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 really appreciate, and it means a ton. I mean, Anthony and I have gotten T-shirts from Pepsi Bottling Company from the manager there. I've got a pair of headphones from a listener of the podcast. You guys have gotten some beers.
Dane drank them all.
Dane
We
drank
didn't
them all. Anthony didn't get
He
any.
actually did drink them all.
He actually did drink them all.
Yeah.
It was not.
They went
so-
to a good home, okay?
Yeah. So the point is, we really appreciate everything you guys do for us that you mail in or you send. And we just want to try and be here to help you guys and answer your questions, help you with any problems or customer service questions that you guys have, and have some fun on a Thursday afternoon. This has become such a fun event for so many people across the world that it really means a lot. And the advent of this super chat, we don't ask for it.
No.
This is out of your guys' goodness of your hearts, and we appreciate it. And it just means a lot. So wanted to say that. Dan Pfeiffer says, Yoshi, you're balling. Han says, soon I will be decorating my shop. We'll make a sticker wall real soon. Awesome.
Yeah.
G. Davis says, get a Golden Corral carry-out. Meal proportion problem solved.
That's a cold
I don't know if that's possible, but out the line, Top Hat, will the food review be how long it took for the East Coast Adventure to appear? We hope not. Just another YouTuber. What's your P.O. box? I'll send you Australian snacks.
5430 West State Street, Boise, Idaho, 83703.
Yep, there you go, man. Life of
It's on the
Brian
website,
Anthony, that
actually.
one chip challenge is death. You might want to write your will before doing the
Okay.
challenge.
So I'm not
Life
going
of
to
Brian,
do that.
thank you for the
I will.
subscription.
I'll do
Appreciate
I'm not
it.
going to do that.
I'll do it.
I literally cry with hot Cheetos.
Han says, correction,
Oh, no.
Thursday night. I think I may have said the wrong day. But anyway, these Thursdays are super fun for us. It's kind of start off the weekend, gets us ready for Friday.
Yep.
It's kind of a kickoff. We have a lot of fun. So
Oh, some of
thank
us
you
won't
guys.
even be here tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. Weird, right?
Yeah.
They got to get ready for a car show or something.
Who does
Yeah.
that?
Meanwhile, I'm going to the very same car show, but I'm working tomorrow and Saturday. So,
Wow.
just saying.
Wow. Really,
Yeah.
Prince of the Rag Company kind of level.
Well,
stuff.
Dane drives a Jag, so he doesn't have to do anything. It's already perfect.
Well, he already paid
Just making
somebody
sure,
to detail
just
it.
making sure to
Oh,
lay down
yeah.
the law, show
Yeah.
I'm earning
Well.
my
How
keep.
is your line guy not coming over on Saturday?
No.
Oh, you had to reschedule?
No, he came last week.
Oh.
Well, I'm
Really,
helping-
only once
I'm,
a week, huh, Emo?
No, every 2 weeks.
I'm helping some YouTuber install Underglow on his car.
Oh, nice.
That's
wow.
I'm really
awesome.
excited to
That's
see.
great.
Tire stickers
Tire
on there.
stickers.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And so
Are the tire stickers the same brand as the tires or opposites?
Ooh.
I am not sure yet. I'm gonna have to take a look, but I don't know. I just
like
this
they're
guy-
Continentals, but you put Sumitomo.
This guy's like, hey
Right.
man, like, have you ever like modded a car? And
Yeah.
he's like, have you ever done this stuff before? And he's like, I have not really, no,
Yeah.
but I was like, I'll help you.
Yeah,
if you
you're like,
want."
I buy my tires and wheels at the
Ow.
dealership.
Yeah,
I don't
so
even-
I've never
I
done
don't even
Underglow
know.
before, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like sitting here like double A's.
Can't wait.
Maybe
Yeah.
is that what I'm using? I
Yeah.
have no
Uh-huh.
idea. So we'll figure it out.
Plug
Okay.
them into the just hardwire them straight to the battery, so when the car's on, they're on.
That yeah,
There's no way to turn them off.
Drains it.
No.
Just always on. You got to
Yeah.
pop the hood and unplug the battery.
Yeah,
It's the only way to be
I'll figure
sure.
Jeez.
All right. Wow, there's some fun.
Just another
happening in the
YouTuber.
comments.
Best snack ever is Shapes. Look them up. They're the best. Alkaline Trio says, just another YouTuber. Send them to the Maggie ramen noodles. So good. Send them the Maggie ramen noodles. So good. YouTuber says, oh my gosh, yes, the best noodles. Alkaline says, oh, also chicken flavored potato chips. Hans says, better listen to Dane or he'll start kicking.
Yep.
Just another YouTuber. Smiths. Alkaline, they're super
band?
hard to find in the States. Yes, that's the brand. I bet Smith's chips are so good. Canadian, 99 Canadian cents. All right.
Thank you, buddy.
P.
Thank you.
Appreciate it for that super chat action. Awesome.
Oh,
And
Man.
a poop emoji.
Yeah, and a poop emoji.
You know
So
what? I like
there we
it.
go. 5 o'clock on the nose, gang. We appreciate it so much. Thank you for tuning in, as always, on these Thursday live Q&As. We will see you next week. Do not forget about the sale going on at theragcompany.com for Father's Day. Get in there. If you spend over $75, you can get a freebie. We've got about 6 freebies going on there.
Heck yeah.
And we've got about 4 sale items that we're selling, some kits that really amazing deals on. So make sure you get them. Dane, let's do the black and white.
All right, so wrapping things up here. Really appreciate you guys bearing with us as we try out this new layout. I think it's really fun. I think it's going to grow on you guys. And don't worry, in the future, we will have multiple camera angles that won't quite have the fisheye effect. So you'll get a little bit of everything. I think it'll be fun. We'll have a good time. But before we go, I really want to stress, if you're the kind of person who really enjoys watching these Q&As, you'll probably also enjoy the FAQs. Am I right?
Yeah.
I'm right. So, guys, go check out the Rag Company FAQ, Frequently Asked Questions, channel on YouTube. That's where you can find short videos that are direct and to the point with these helpful folks and myself in the future, and Morgan in the future, where we talk about, different detailing stuff or different products specifically. We hear a lot of questions, so we're just trying to knock those out, and there'll be some beautiful B-roll occasionally over you talking, showing how stuff works. So yeah, go check it out. I think you guys are really going to like it if you're the kind of people who enjoy listening to us talk here. It'll just be shorter and more to the point.
Yeah, there's nothing like putting a little F in your AQ. Am I right, Dane?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So,
all right.
anyway, wrapping this up, guys. Thank you so much. And until next time, this is us saying adios.
See
Goodbye.
ya.
Bye.